Look. Bro, stop running, bro. Bro, how far are you gonna run? Holy, what are you? What is that?
You're a Tasmanian pademelon, bro. What are you doing? I've never heard of you before.
You sweet?
What the f is that? What the f is that?
Good morning. Dawn. Why am I dressed like I'm in Antarctica? You're gonna say straight away. One, because it's freezing here. It's like 5 a.m. Look, the city's dead. I think it's like 4:50. And two, tonight we're gonna be pretty much as close to the bottom of the earth you can get while still being in a country. We're cruising down to the island of Tasmania at the bottom of Australia. Not only that, but we're driving to the very, very last road, all the way as far south as you can get, to literally the southern peak of Australia that looks over to Antarctica. That's what we're doing. That's why I'm dressed like this. We'll get a much needed coffee here before we jump on the train. I'll tell you what we're doing in a second, how we're getting there. Thank you. Alright, platform 5. We're catching a train to Central because we're on our way to the airport. So we just swap at Central. It's only one stop behind us. We're at Redfern. We're at my station. By my station, I don't mean I own the station. What I mean by is we started across the road at my flats. This is in front of my house. Oh, that coffee's hot. I said long black. He said a little bit cold water, and I'm like, no little bit of cold water. Very hot. Yeah, so let me continue what I was saying. You get to Tasmania, which is like the southern island of Australia, and from the capital, which is Hobart, which is where we're landing, we're getting a camper van. I hired a camper van for the night, a cozy little camper van, right? I got a little bit excited with the camper vans. I'm excited, bro. I hired a camper van. It's a mad one too. It's a bit elaborate. I went a bit over the top with it. It's got its own shower, bathroom in it, everything. But I hired a camper van from Hobart, and then we drive that camper van as far south as land goes to literally the end of the road. We're driving to the end of the road, and it's the final road. And there's a couple little houses there, and it's the final little houses, pretty much the most southern houses on Earth, and everything straight ahead of you is just the Southern Ocean to Antarctica. Like, it's cold there. Or tonight's gonna be 2 degrees Celsius. There's like, it's proper like south, bro. There's like seals, sea lions on the beaches, and like the towns down there, the little suburbs down there have like little seals running through it, and you know what I mean, like, so it's far south. Oh, on the way, bros, I want to see this, but I checked and the road's blocked. Mount Wellington, which overlooks Hobart, which overlooks the capital, it's full snowing. Apparently that mountain overlooking the city is one of the most beautiful sights in Australia. $20 to $25 airport services. Which one? 20 or 25? Or 23? Or you're turning to 25 is just randomly at any of those platforms. Alright, domestic terminal. Alright, yeah, our train's here in 11 minutes. Alright, but even more importantly, the real reason I'm going down here, the real reason we're going there, listen to this. Listen to this, bro. I got the yarn for yous. I hope it happens. I hope it happens. It's something that you can't know if it's going to happen or not. Regardless, it's going to be crazy down there. But listen, you know how they got the Northern Lights? I only learned this 2 weeks ago. Listen to this. Listen to this. I'm getting excited. Jacket's coming off. I'm ready to fight, lad. You know how they got the Northern Lights? up obviously Norway, Finland, stuff like that. Did you know that there is a thing called the Southern Lights? And it's like the Northern Lights. We got our own thing. It's called the Southern Lights, right? I swear to God, I never knew this. And it's the same phenomenon. The sky lights up green and pink. You can see waves forming if you're very lucky. And it's called the Aurora Australis, right? And the most visible place on Earth to see the Southern Lights is Australia. It's actually named Aurora Australis, like Australia, spelt the same, because here down there in Hobart, it's the best place on Earth to witness the Southern Lights. Obviously, you can't account for if you're going to see them or not, right? One, it needs the solar energies, whatever, that needs to line up. That you don't know until like 24 hours before, and even still you wouldn't know. And two, there has to be clear skies. So the chance of cloud and rain today was 20%. So we're most likely going to have clear skies. Second important is the moon phase. Until 12:30 a.m. the moon's not going to be visible. It's going to come out over the skies of where we are at 12:30 a.m. and it'll be dark at 6 p.m. So we've got like a good 6 hours of proper darkness before the moon comes and disrupts it. But 3, you need the solar activity to happen. If all of that happens, we're literally gonna witness Aurora Australis. So this is why we're going. I want to go down there and I want a chance to see the Southern Lights. There's also a 1 in 1,000 chance of this thing called bioluminescence. Tasmania is crazy. It's crazy down there. This is heaps rarer, but this is the craziest thing ever. They've got a thing called bioluminescence in the water, in the ocean. So the plankton there, if something has happened, whatever needs to occur scientifically, the plankton in the water glows bright blue, like fluoro blue. The water is fluorescent blue as the waves crash when it's like disturbed. And the sand, if you walk on the sand, it leaves glowing blue footprints, and if you kick the sand, it all bursts in a blue color. Like, I've seen videos of it on TikTok. It's insane. It's insane. But that thing, the bioluminescent plankton, is even rarer and harder to account for. Something to do with the right water temperature and the right runoff from the plants into the water in the bays there. I don't know. Yeah, like, hopefully we see one of them. But that's just a bonus. I really want to get the shots of the Southern Lights. And obviously, there's a place in Chile, in South America, that's lower, right? So if you look at the bottom of the Earth, Hobart, and there's a place in South America at the bottom of Chile, like Patagonia, that's lower. It's closer to Antarctica, but even still, the Aurora Australis isn't as visible from there as Australia. I don't know why, but yeah, that's the goal. That's tonight's goal. And if all else fails, if all of that fails, we'll still be down there in the middle of nowhere, at the bottom of the Earth, by ourselves. Starting off, by the way, I got fire lighters. I'm learning. We're learning how to start a fire and cook meat on it. I don't know how to do it, bro, but you know those fire lighters? I got a pack of those in the bag. So we'll just chuck them on some sticks, set them on fire, and put steaks on them, bro. We're cooking steaks with the seals, lad. That's what we're doing. Wonder how busy is it? Cuz thought I was sneaking around here by myself, lad. Pop up and there's a million people here. Alright, let me find this check-in. We're about 50 minutes away from the flight. Perfect timing. 40 minutes away from boarding, an hour and 10 away from the flight. Let me find this check-in. It'll be here. You know how much times these self-check-ins don't work? Put your name, put your destination. You put your name, put your destination. Oh, we can't help you. What do you mean you can't help me, bro? No, what else is it? VA1528. Alright, that's us. Who's just talking to me?
Oh, let's age. Oh, there. 2F. Let's age. The bloke's got full red nail polish on, brother. What are you doing? Stop it. We're in. But you know what I love about domestic flights around Australia? I can bring my drone, bro. I haven't bring my drone on a video for so long, lad. Every international place you go, bro, I used to be able to bring my drone. I used to take my drone everywhere, fly it everywhere, get the maddest shots. And then I don't know what happened, like last year, 2025, they start, every country you go to, have you got a drone? You got to check your drone in, pick it up when you leave the country. You full got to leave your drone and then like get it from the air. And I was like, what? Every country. So I'll stop taking my drone. Now they don't say nothing, cuz. All right, let me check the time with the food court here. We're at gate 34. I'll tell you how long we got. I might get another coffee. I don't feel like eating. We'll eat in Hobart. We'll eat on the plane. 6:11. How did we get here that quick? Bro, we got like an hour. Oh well. Yeah, we'll get a coffee. But the airport food court goes off at 6 in the morning, cuz. What's going on? But do you judge people that are... Nah, it's slack. It's not slack. Hey, oh yeah. Do you judge people that are at McDonald's in the morning? I don't know, cuz. I get a little bit judgmental. Like 6 in the morning and I just see them smashing burgers and that, and I look at them, I'm like, I love you. You're alright. You're good. No judgment. Hello. Yeah, you can. Hello, can I get a small long black, please? Thank you. No, thank you. Michael. Yeah, $7, lad. $7 for a small long black. They must, I say a different name all the time. They must spin out on the hesitation. Because every time I try to change my name, I don't know why. I don't know why. I've been doing it forever. I never give my, can't even think of the last time I've said Anthony. And it's like George, Michael, Bill, Steve. But there's always a hesitation, like I haven't got one ready to go. And they're like, what's your name? And I'm like, Michael. Just like, alright. What are you, $7? $7 for a small coffee. So what was, I should have bought large just to see the price. It would have been $10. Black coffee. It would have been $10, for real. Yo.
Would you be, my cousin would love your head tattoo.
Yeah.
Can I take a photo?
Yeah, take a
I
photo.
would love it so bad.
Yeah, take it. Can you see it?
Yeah, hang on. Thank you
Alright, all good.
so much.
All good.
She's just into that, and she's got something on her arm and that, like
Alright,
that.
beautiful.
And my husband goes, I really love that guy's tattoo.
Alright. Bye. This place is so overstimulating. It's, it's my favourite spray there. I love Tom Ford sprays, I swear. Heaps of them. But my favourite one's not there, tobacco vanilla. Anyway, I'm getting overstimulated. This is that part of the airport that sends you, wacky lad, let's oge. We'll go wait at the gate. I'm overheating in this jacket. It's so hot, but we won't regret it.
You can buy bags of firewood, right? Even at the local hardwares or wherever, you'll see it. Mm-hmm. Or even on the side of the road, just grab some dry firewood. Yeah,
I was going to buy some at a town called Jeevestown or something.
Geeveston. You'll get plenty down there. Yeah, real lumberjack territory down there.
How to start fires.
Yeah,
lucky.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, nice. All right.
And yeah, it's
so small twigs and grass fire starters.
The small twigs. Start it with that shit, bit of paper in there. Chuck your fire starter in, off you go. And then just start stacking it up with thicker wood until she's got some coals going and keep it going.
This might sound stupid, but how do I cook steak on there? Do I just chuck it on the wood or wrap it in foil?
You could wrap it in foil to be okay, but you're better off not cooking it on the fire but on the coals. So once you've got a bed of coals, just rake some aside.
Okay. Yeah.
And maybe just put a few layers of, I wouldn't wrap the steak because it'll stew rather than cook, but maybe if you put multiple layers of foil, maybe stick some butter or oil on there and just
All
use that as a cooking plate, right?
Okay, yeah,
But have it
all
on hot coals, not on
on the fire.
no, not directly on the fire. You'll char the shit out of it. Maybe even elevate it with.
Lucky you
with
said
some-
all this. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe even find a couple of rocks to elevate it a little bit off
Yep.
the coals, just a bit.
Oh,
And then-
beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh,
just do
thank
it like
you.
that.
And you know what a fire starter is, right?
I got them. Those little
Yeah,
white.
the red.
cubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Cubes,
cute. I got
yeah.
them. That's as equipped as I am. Fire starters.
That'll be cool, man.
All right, we're boarding now. The lad was just telling me. I talked to him a bit more. He was telling me, he goes, watch out when you're driving on the roads. You'll see heaps of wildlife. Like, try not to run over Tasmanian devils. I'm like, bro, there's devils? He goes, yeah, once you go past the south, someplace, he goes, you're going more south. We're going to as south as you can get. He goes, there's Tasmanian tigers everywhere. I'm like, bro, well. No, tigers. Devils, yeah. Tasmanian.
Can I take part?
Yeah. Tasmanian devils. Tigers are extinct. Imagine we catch a tiger. Well, cuz we're going viral then, lad. Tasmanian devils, cuz. He goes, they're everywhere. There's packs of them, and they eat all the roadkill. And he said, be careful, there's heaps of roadkill because there's so many native animals down there. Oh, let's ouch, cuz. I'm G to see the devils. Apparently the sound they make is real scary, bro. Look at my sticker? Yeah. Alright, let's cut. That's the start of Tasmania there, the beginning of the island.
Seafood and some animal and meat products.
They just said it's 7 degrees in Hobart. Wow. Imagine that at night time. Let's get cozy, brother. Let's get cozy. Oh, bros. Oh, it's icy, lad. Oh, let's ode. Oh, the air's beautiful, bro. Wow.
Any fresh fruits?
We gotta look for them, bro. Tasmanian devils, cuz. It's so cold. Alright, this is what we're doing. We're gonna get this camper. I gotta find the place. Apparently it's only 4 minutes from here. I think that's it. I'll find the name of it. I took screenshots. We're gonna pick up our camper. Bro, it's so cold. What the? 1 second. Lad, I'm shivering. I swear to God. I'm proper shivering trying to find this. Every one of these car complexes is closed. I don't think it's one of those. Let me try to work this out. Bro, listen. Hello. Yeah, I'm good. Hey, listen. Look, cuz. What, you think I didn't bring a beanie? You think because I go on Mount Everest in shorts that I wouldn't bring a beanie to Tasmania? Stop it, cuz. Stop it. Look at this. Brother, we're strapped, cuz. We're strapped. Oh. Alright, let's go get this camper, lad. It's at 14 Long Street, Hobart International Airport. Brother, Hobart doesn't have an international airport. Stop it. Stop pretending, bro. International airport. It's down here. It actually, this is Hobart International Airport. Where are you flying from here? What do you mean international? Where could you possibly be flying from Hobart, the bottom of the world? Where could they make it from here? Maybe like New Zealand, eh? New Zealand, or like they might make it to Indonesia and like Southeast Asia. Yeah, maybe. Alright, bro. Alright. Yes. So I don't offend you, Hobart. Relax. I was just a bit surprised, that's all. It's time for another coffee, by the way.
Bro, I feel so strapped up and I swear I feel hectic, lad. What a beanie, cuz. What a choice. I just asked the lad while I was getting coffee. A bloke asked for a photo. I go, you reckon I can get up Mount Wellington? He goes, yeah, but you got to take one of the tours. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I can't just drive up there solo? He goes, nah, well, when it snows, it's blocked off. But if you take a tour from the port and they'll all go up there and it goes for... I'm going, no, bro, no. I go, can I sneak up there? He goes, the roads are blocked. He goes, it hasn't snowed that much, but there is snow up there. I said, look, I'll go up there, have a gaze. If I have to park the camper and run the rest of the way, we'll try and touch snow. But I don't think we'll be able to get up there, but we'll see. There's the campers. I can see them from here. Doesn't matter anyway. I'd actually prefer... We're going to drive to the bottom of this island. But I'd actually prefer to take this camper down into Hobart so we get to see the capital of here. Maybe that's where we can eat. I'd prefer to do that than go to the top of a snowy mountain, to be honest. It's the middle of winter. We're as south as you can get. You can imagine, even in Sydney, it's getting dark at like 5:30 p.m. Down here, it's going to be getting dark at like 4:50. And we've got to get to this place before it's dark. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to arrive there and it's dark and then we're in the dark looking for... I want to see Cockle Creek. I want to see the bottom of the world. And then when it's dark, we'll hopefully get a glimpse of the lights. Here's the campers. Oh, there's the entrance there. Is that the entrance? This is what we got. Something like one of these. We got something like one of these. They're a bit over the top. Like, if I ever got a camper, which I'm really thinking about doing, I'd get like a smaller, cozier one. But this one's like... These ones have got showers and stuff in it. That's hectic. I don't know if it's here. I think it is. I'm going to go in and suss them out.
You plug in the van to charge the van here.
Yep.
So if you plugged into power tonight, that's where you'll plug into power. If you use the toilet, this is the toilet cassette.
Sweet.
And to empty the toilet, you open up this one here, undo this, pour it down a dump site, and then you'll open up this section here and give it a bit of a rinse out and clean.
All right. Yep.
So that will need to be cleaned out before you drop the van back.
Yep.
Down under here, you've got your waste outlet. So that's where the dirty shower and sink water comes out of.
Yep. Automatically?
So it will be held in a tank.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you'll pour it down a dump site. So you'll have some hoses in the back of the vehicle.
Okay.
And you'll attach that to there and then pour it down a dump site.
All right.
This is the gas bottle. You just turn it on at the top here and then turn it off while you're travelling.
Yep.
You can turn it on once you're stationary, but just keep it turned off while you're travelling.
Sweet.
This one here, this is where you fill the water. You won't need to fill the water, but it's all full now. If you do need to fill it, that's where you do that one. These here, these are all for personal use. So
Yep.
you can plug things in. The other side's where you charge the van. The hot water heater is here, so just be aware that that does get hot while you're using the hot water. This is the van here. So in these cupboards here, you've got some bowls and plates, and here you've got some pots, pans, things like that.
Yep.
And then up here, you've got your switchboard. So I'll just switch the fridge on for you now. Anytime you want to use anything, you just switch it all on here.
Yep.
So if you want to use like the lights, you turn the lights on. If they don't work, they do have buttons on the lights themselves as well.
Yep. And then switch it all off before I drive somewhere else?
Yeah.
Except the fridge?
Keep the fridge running all the time.
Yep.
And then you've got your media, that's the radio and the television.
Yep.
Range hood needs to be switched on to be able to ignite the stovetop. So it's sort of like a safety switch. So you turn the gas bottles on, range hood switch, and then you can ignite the stovetop.
Yep.
ACC, they power the power ports through the vehicle. Just with that, turn the media switch on as well.
Yep.
Then you've got the water pump, water heater and toilet. Anytime you want to use the water, turn the water pump on. Toilet gives you flushing water down into the toilet. You just need to turn the water pump on as well. And then you've got the water heater. Now the water heater runs 2 ways. If you're plugged into power, it's automatic. Once you turn the water pump, water heater, the temperature switch, 60 or 70.
Yep.
If you're free camping, turn the gas bottles on first, and then the switches, and then just wait 20 minutes to half an hour for that to heat up.
Sweet. All right, that's us. Bruh, that combination of switches to do things, I'm not remembering now. I'm just spamming it. Everything's getting turned on. Bruh, it was like to use the water of the shower, you got to do the AC, but make sure the gas is on. But first, before the AC, do the bruh. It's like a code, cuz. Anyway, everything's getting spammed. What's with the dumping in a dumps? Like, bro, so if I have a shower, I gotta drain the water at an official wastage, cuz I'm just accidentally leaving it on as I drive along the road. No, I'm not. I am. They're in the toilet. It made me not want to use it, cuz I'll just go behind a tree or something. I'd rather do that than go there and then pour it into something and then rinse it out, cuz I'm not doing that. I'm just dashing off into the bushes, lads, straight out. Anyway, let's do this. Yup. And we are Johnny Oniken's little heater. That's cute. Even plug into power. When you plug into power, how do I plug into? Where's the cable? Where's the power outlets? Cuz we're freestyling everything. By the way, we got to learn how to cook on a fire. All right, let me get my bearings together. Don't, bruh. Hey, let's change. Brother, I'm a professional camper, cuz. I told ya. You wait till I'm starting fires. Brother, where's the handbrake? Is the handbrake down? Go in gear, cuz. Oh, here. Alright, beautiful. What are you beeping for? The handbrake? Let's go. We're gonna head down to the middle of the city. We're gonna head down the middle of Hobart. What's all the noises? What are these noises? I feel like I'm breaking something. Alright. We're heading to the middle of Hobart and we're gonna get a feed. We'll get some breakfast. She said something that's a little bit worrying. I told her I'm going to Cockle Creek. I told her we're off to Cockle Creek. She goes, what are you doing? She goes, oh, the vehicle can't go there. I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, that's too far south. The vehicle can't go more than 12 kilometers on dirt roads. I was like, oh, true. She goes, yeah, there's a limit to 12 kilometers. So obviously, like she goes, there's Southport is the furthest you can go, and then it's dirt roads, and you're not covered past 12 kilometers. So apparently, it's all dirt roads. That's how far down it is. We're going along the dirt roads. I told her, oh yeah, all right, Southport. I'll go there and then I'll camp there and I'll hitchhike down. Yeah, right. Cockle Creek, we're doing Cigar Rally all the way, brother. Let's ouch. Look how beautiful this is. Oh, turn it right here. Right. I forgot, you know what they call us here? mainlanders. Lad, I swear the people in Tasmania, they refer to us as mainlanders. I'll tell you what a funny thing, lad. When I was picking this truck up, there was one of the old ladies there, because I came here before. You probably remember I done it into the hood here, and I got arrested. Bruh, the police arrested me here. And then they end up dropping the charges, but I was like full arrested overnight. And I was on bail for like 2 months. I done it into the hood. And like an hour later, a full hour later after I left, someone in the crowd that remained after the video got into a drunken argument with the police. They arrested me. They arrested me. They told me it's my fault. Anyway, and the lady was saying, she goes, I knew it was you. She goes, you're very famous down here in the 7370. And I was like, what's that? She goes, like the suburb, Bradford or whatever it's called, Bridgewater. She goes, yeah, you're really famous. She kept referring to it as the 7378. You're like some gang stuff, you know what I mean? But like a 70-year-old lady. And she turned to the other workers, she goes, yeah, everyone in the 7378 keeps talking. I'm thinking, this is where I was arrested, the police station, look, this is the cop shop I was in. Look, I was in here. I was in this cop shop here, overnight. And I got arrested in that Crown Plaza in front of us. We're right here. That's the cop shop I was in overnight. Bro, they raided my hotel room. That Crown Plaza there. I'll tell you, I'm going to park the car. We're in the middle of Hobart. I'll tell you the yarn. I told you the yarn anyway, but I'll tell you another little funny story, bro. Little characters, cuz. I'll tell you little characters, bro. Anyway, I'm... Dude, bro, let's car. Look, middle of Hobart, detached. But I just reverse parked the camper van first try, lad, in the middle of the city. Like a glove between two different cars. I'm made for this camp life, cuz. I'm made for this camp life. You reckon my stuff's sweet here? Surely it's not that cracked out. They're gonna pop my window. Alright, let's cut, lad. Look at that. What a park, brother. Look how I just parked that. Alright, here we are. Downtown Hobart, cuz. Smack bang. Bro, what was the yarn I was telling you? Bro, alright, so, like I told you, bro, whatever happened, an hour later they had a fight with the coppers. They come and arrested me. Lad, listen to this. I'm in the cop shop. Alright, and I'm saying, like, they're going, yeah, mate, like, just carrying on like it's my fault that they had a fight, because the only reason they were there is because they came to see me, so I'm responsible for their actions after. Like, if I go to a concert and see Pearl Jam, and later on I stab someone, they go and arrest the lead singer of Pearl Jam because I was there because of Pearl Jam. That sort of logic, right? The copper, you know what he goes? I went in cuz I'm sitting down, he hits me with evidence, right? I'm talking to him, and he brings up my song Ilche. He's now used to rapper. That's what I started as, an Aussie rapper, and I got a song Ilche, and he reads me out the lyrics. He's got a transcript of the lyrics. Listen to what he says. He goes, I just want to ask you about these lyrics. He goes, when it's 5-0, lie low, hit the back window, Ilche. I'd like to know what that means, Anthony. I go, what do you mean? It just means like, if you see coppers run. It's a song, you know? He goes, no, I'll put it to you that you were telling people to smash the back window. And that's what he went and done. He smashed our back window. Mind you, this song's from 2020. This happened in 2025 at the start. He goes, you're telling them when it's 5-0, lie low, hit the back window, Ilche. I go, bro, hit the back window means if you see coppers, jump out that back window, run away. Anyway, this is the stupid shenanigans we're going through. I'll tell you the funniest thing though. Bruh. So, they full bail refused me. No, sorry. Yeah, initially they bail refused me and they put me in like the
prison gear. They transfer me to another part, and I got to wear like jail clothes now. And I'm like, I think I got like a min number, like a prison number and everything. And the next day I got bail and got out, and I came out, bruh. And as I walked out, there was this bloke. He came up to me. This is the funniest thing. This bloke came up to me, and he goes, oh, how are you, Spanian? Did you just get out? I go, yeah, they arrested me overnight, this and that. He goes, can I get a photo with you, big fella? I go, all right, sweet. I got a photo with him. I'm like, that. This is this bloke, you know? A month later, there's this article that this bloke, he goes, that bloke that got a photo with me, apparently he's some like youth advocate here or something. And there's this article he wrote that I put the hard word on Spanian and I told him never come back. And then I'm like, and that's the bloke there. And I'm like, it was all over social media. I go, this bloke just said, what are you doing, big fella? Can I get a photo? He just pretended to get a photo with me and then turned it into an article about how he put the go on me and he taught me my ways and he told all of this rubbish. I was like, bro, what's happening in this place? That's my experience. That's my first experience in Tasmania. Anyway, let's make it better now, bro. Let's make it all better now. Let's get a feed. Actually, I've done a full lap. We'll go down into this little strip, this little shopping strip here. We'll go on there. Ready lunch. Where are you? In there? Is that what them signs for? They're in here? Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, what's the time? Wonder how good time we're making. 10:30. We're killing it, brother. We've got like another 6 hours of sun. We'll eat here. Full on brekkie crepes, omelettes, big breakfast, all day breakfast. We'll get a big breakfast, cuz I'm not on no skinny diets, cuz. Oh, by the way, I've just decided to be just a full fat shit forever now. That's it. I don't care. I stopped training and I'm just not dieting. I'm just doing what I want. I trained for 15, 18 years straight. I'm sick of it, cuz. Hey, stop there, look at Possum Don. What's he doing? What's he doing? Spinning out on me. Alright. Big breakfast, another coffee, and a bottle of water. Let's go. We got to go down to, on the way, I want to stop. We could actually do it here, but nah, I'll stop. There's this town, Jeeveston or something. Get the firewood and buy like steaks and stuff, sausages. The thing is, I'm gonna like buy that. That's gonna be like the dinner, and I'm gonna stuff it up. I know 100%. We're gonna be eating like, or I'm not gonna be able to start the fire. Oh, there's a stove in the camper. I don't want to use that though. It reckons Mount Wellington is a 38-minute drive. It's near here. It's just right outside the city. If there's a time that we're going to drive it, it's now. So we just drive it and see how far we get. Either we're blocked by snow or we're blocked by like a roadblock and you're not allowed to go. Either one, we've got to attempt it. Look, we're here. It's just there. But we got to drive all the way down here. Bro, we're driving all the way down here. There, boom, Cockle Creek, bro. Bottom of the world, lad. Yeah. After we eat this, we'll smash it straight up there, bro. Hopefully we can get up. I heard the view's hectic. And if not, we'll park it and I'll fly the drone over it. The feed looks hectic. Straight out. It comes with salsa, brother. When I see things like that, little salsas, or unexpected jalapenos, or some type of pickled chili, I'm like, yes. Yes. It looks cracker. It's full got like za'atar sprinkled on it, lad. Why is that so nice? Settle down, Tasmania. Relax, Tasmania. I'm not even jaying up, lad. Cracker. That was a cracker breakfast. That was mad. This place is hectic. Thank you, bye. Let's go this way. There's a couple things I want to get. I forgot a toothbrush and toothpaste, so I want to get that while we're here. And we'll get the firewood down further, but bruh, I want to get baby wipes, cuz you think I'm joking? You think I'm not gonna shit in the bushes or behind a tree? Brother, listen, I'm not joking. I'm not getting that canister out, going to some dump waste hole, wherever they are, pouring it down with a hose, taking out the bucket, rinsing the bucket out. Bro, I'm not doing that. I'd just rather shit behind a tree or something. And then they charge you for the cleaning service. If you don't clean it out yourself, it's like $189 or for what? That's the most expensive shit I would have ever done in my life. But I'm going behind a tree, we're getting baby wipes, guys, I swear. We'll get mad chocolates and that too. I told you, bro. I'm living that fat life, cuz. I'm not even joking. Remember I used to do gym flexes? I can only do face flexes from now on. Gotta work this out. Give me a minute. Foil or a grill. A grill. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. That's the whole meat. There's just chicken and fish. What is there no beef? Oof. Oh, cuz. Oh, yeah. Stop. Wagyu beef sausages. We won't go stupid. We just get sausages and like a steak. Lamb meat loin chops. Let's see. Of course. That was good. Good little pickup. We need, matey said at the airport, remember he said that you can't cook it in foil, it'll stew it, and it needs to be on coals. I remember what he said, not on the flame, on coals, and you got to make either some type of grill that's elevated or with rocks, or some type of fry pan. That's going to be the difficult part. Alright, I reckon we hook it now, make our way up to attempt to go up that mountain, eh?
Me and my son are absolutely obsessed with you.
Oh, thank you.
I just wanted to say hello.
How are you?
I can't believe I'm seeing you in real life.
There you go, there you go.
Can I take
Yep, yeah, you can.
So I don't like taking my own photo.
No, you're right. You're right, you're right, you're right.
Oh, I'm shaking. Have a good day.
Bye, you too. I'm debating whether we should get gloves in that backpack store. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. Right, now it's like probably going up to like 10 degrees. Tonight is 2. We'll be alright, we'll be alright. Bros, our car's pretty high. It's as high as this roof. Gotta stay conscious of that, lad. I didn't think about that. It's like, bro, honestly, approaching 3 meters. Bro, look how I go on, kicking back. Get out of here, what are you looking at? Spying on me in me camper. Spying on me in me camper. Spying on me. Doing me fridge things, lad. Stop spying on me, what are you looking at? Getting dressed in here? Alright. Fridge. Fridge is on. That's all I want on. Is the fridge. You know what she said? The heating won't work. Oh, there's the cable. Oh, see? Brother, I'm in the back here cause of my own camper in the middle of the city. Bruh, this is mad, lads. You know what I want to do? I'm going to buy a camper. A little one, but a little undercover one. Like,
in a van, like a high ace, and then but it's mad inside. Not big obvious one, like a small one that people don't know, or you can fit in mad places. And I just go to mad spots by the middle of cities, and look, I'm just kicking back in bed. You're walking around outside, you know what I mean? Walking around spewing, I'm kicking back warm, playing PlayStation in here. By the way, look what I got. Alright. Let's put this stuff in the fridge. Alright, it's cold. The stuff's cold. I mean, the fridge is cold. Baby wipes can go in the sink. Put that in the sink for later. And we'll pump this right now, but don't touch. How good are Marvelous Creations, lad? Next person that comes past, I got the urge to scream really loud. I'm doing that. I'm not trying to be us. Look. Chee! Choo! But it must be a soundproof vehicle, lad. Maybe it's full soundproof, cuz. I didn't see that in the description. Let's hoge. Alright, 34 minutes it says now. But I don't know if it's Mount Wellington. I don't think it is, but bruh, there's this mountain. It's in the clouds, lad. It's right here. We've only been driving for 5 minutes. Look at this. What's that? There's a tower on there. Look at that, lad. Can you see that little tower up there? Like a little spire. That's a hectic mountain, bro. I wonder if that's Mount Wellington. And all the houses, they're like built into the mountainside now. Bro, we're 2 streets out of the city. We haven't been driving 20 minutes. We've drove 2 streets. These suburbs are actually nice, bro. Oh, this is hectic. We're going up and up. Let's go. No, that is Mount Wellington. It is. I just looked on the map. That's it. In front of us. Look at that. What a view. This suburb here, whatever this suburb is, people from Hobart, this is a cracker suburb, lad. It looks back at the water, the bridge, everything. Look at that. Oh, that's hectic. Sign saying watch out, the roads are ice, and Pinnacle Road, which we can assume by the name of the road, is closed. Pinnacle Road, it said look out for ice. It's also said there's heaps of signs, well 2, that had look out for wildlife, and there were pictures of Tasmanian devils. Bro, I hope we see a Tasmanian devil, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Like literally, unless you're in a zoo, this is the only place in the world. This is their hood, lad. You know what I mean? You have to see one. The roads are full wet. I can't tell if it's even if that's ice. It's freezing cold outside, and look at the roads. Because it's not wet. It didn't rain. Well, it hasn't rained in the 2.5 hours we've been here. These roads look drenched. But at the same time, there may be ice. Kinanye, Mount Wellington, it said.
We're turning right after this. Brother, that's ice. That's ice, lad. Yeah, we're turning right here. Bro, look at this place. Bro, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. We're going through the maddest, like, rainforest, lad. Forecast ice. Pinnacle Road closed 9 p.m. actually. No, it might be open then. It said Pinnacle Road closed 9 p.m. Brother, I'm the size of the road. You reckon I'm supposed to be driving? Yeah, I can drive that. It's a camper. If I can't go up half a mountain, what's the point of it? But I'm the size of the road, lad. Like, what if another car comes? Oh! Lucky! Wow, look at the things that are coming! Buses! How coincidental that they all came when there was a dirt side. Just by chance. What if they came here? What's going on? Alright, good. There's another camper. But how many cars are here? Relax. Thought I was doing a solo adventure, brother. Far out. Where are we? At the Opera House. We've come to this little lookout, cuz. Like, I think we're like halfway up. Look at this. I won't stop and get out here because I'm pretty sure we got access the whole way up. But that's sick, eh? Look at this rock in front of us. Bros, I swear to God that rock has like Aboriginal carvings or something on it. There's something on this rock. Am I tripping out? Let me park this real quick. Is there or not? Like, what's on this rock? That's a pretty sick rock, lad, whatever it is. It's so random. Alright, let's go. We can't take too long everywhere. We gotta get to Cockle Creek. Pinnacle Track. No, we're not going up no little track. Nothing named track. That's a skinny road. Alright, we're going up to Mount Wellington. There's snow on the roads, cuz. There's snow on the roads. Bros, look at this place, lad. This is wild, bro. Bros, I'm more impressed with the rocks up here. Look at this. Look at the bushes, lad. Bros, this place is insane, bro. What? We're parking here. We're getting out. Cuz, look at this place. It's like a whole nother world, lad. But that's that tower. Look at it. Bro, we're in the snow, bro. This is hectic, lad. Look at this. Bro, look at this, bro. That's insane, cuz. The biome, this biome, however you explain it, but the rock, what about the rock formations, bro? They're so crazy, bro. I get a weird sense from this, not weird in a bad way, but it's like the rock formations, I don't know, bro, they're almost like spiritual. It's hard to explain.
Oh, I saw that cheeky Isaiah.
Sort of, I don't know. Like, why are the rock formations like that, lad? Look, they're like standing. It's like they're people or something. They're just standing pillars.
thousands of them. Like the whole cliffside. It's like this. You know what I mean? Like why are the rocks formed in a way that they're like thousands of people standing, bro? Why is this? What is this? Must be like the peak or something. Why, including me? Why is everyone climbing this specific spot? Must be the pinnacle or something. Look at that. Far out. Look down there, bro. You can see the entire Hobart. Look at that view. I know it's like smoky, cloudy, you can't really see through it, but that's the city down there in the water. I hope you can see it. You can see down there a bit better. See the big bay. It's hectic. Bro, I find over there more interesting. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's like how, look at, bro, these stones, they're spinning me out, cuz. Just the whole top of this mountain is like hundreds of thousands of like stones that are standing like people. Let's get some mad drone shots up here, bruh. Tell me I'm not a professional drone pilot. Alright, let's get out of here. How mad's that place, eh? It is 12:19. We better start making our way down south. Making my way down south, boy. We gotta go. I'm not gonna film the descent because we gotta make some good time. We got about 3-hour trip down there. And it gets dark in about 4.5 hours. So if we just drove, plus we've got to stop for wood and stuff in Jeepston. So yeah, I'm just going to start pumping it. I won't turn the camera on unless I've got something to say. You've seen enough of this mountain. Let's go. Bottom of the earth. Let's Hoge. I stopped here, halfway down the mountain. I don't know if you've seen this on the way up. There was like a little mountain cabin cafe thing, and there's a toilet here. So I'll use the toilet. We'll get another coffee and we'll head on our way. Bro, coffees in general are just getting so dear. They're getting so dear. Like the airport coffee this morning was... Let's look in here. Bro, how mad is this? Oh, what? There's a fire! I knew I could smell you. Bro, I knew I could smell fire, cuz. I thought it was just atmospheric. I'm thinking, wow, what an atmosphere. Jump out, it's like a fireplace. Bro, there's a full fire, lad. That's hectic. This is cracker, bro. So if it's snowing or something, they built you a little cozy cabin, brother. That's mad. There's our firewood. No, we need ours chopped up already. What was I saying? Oh, coffees, lad. That's mad in that little cabin. Bro, they're getting so dear everywhere, cuz. Well, no, I get small black coffees, no milk, no latte, no flavoring, vanilla, soy, nothing. Small black coffees, bro. Like that one there was the cheapest one I paid today, $5.70. Cuz they used to be $3. Large was like $4.50. Now small black coffee is like $5.50. Imagine you're getting like some type of flavoring. Bro, large coffees are like $8 nowadays. Alright. Cockle Creek, 2 hours and 3 minutes. But it's actually not that far. What did I say? 3 hours or something? 2 hours, 3 minutes.
I'm a bit concerned about this dirt road that the car can't go on. I'm not really that concerned, to be honest, but I have to say that. I didn't mean to beep. I beeped at everyone. Everyone's looking at me. All right, let's ouch. Look at that. How crack is that? We drove down the mountain already. We're sort of going in around through little mountain sort of houses and tiny little villages on the way back down to the coast. So you know how we came up? Well, we're doing the reverse, but on a different road, not the same road that goes back to Hobart City. This one is a road that sort of goes away from Hobart and more in the direction we're going, but still to the coast. But it's been so beautiful. But I can't just spam. Every time I see something beautiful, I can't spam the camera, you know what I mean? Otherwise, you'd be watching so much like beautiful forest and housing and stuff. But it's crazy, like look at that. It's legit beautiful, prehistoric, pristine, untouched rainforest, bro. It's insane. I can't play music while I'm filming for YouTube. They copyright it, but I'll sneak this little part in. Enya's playing. Enya, come on. Couldn't be any more perfect of a singer or a song than Enya, right where we are. Les cards. All right, back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Here we go. Here we're doing a U-turn straight away. Going up there. Alright, we're on a highway now, so we should be able to make some good time. We're going like 50 that whole time, bro. It's precisely 100 k's an hour slower than my optimal speed. There's a little town called Hounville. This is the first town that we've come through. This is very cute. It's very cute. I like it, lad. But there's like on the left and right in this little town we're in. There's like on one side was like the cider museum, Frank's cider museum. And on the other side, it was like a miniature boat museum. It's mad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know why I find that funny, bro. It's like they're doing their best, you know what I mean? But like the old fellas will come down here. You know, like old grey nomads and that. They'll come down here and that'll be stops to them. I'm not even lying. They'll come down. Yeah, you got to visit the cider museum, do a little taste. Straight across, they got the best miniature boats. They're handmade, you know what I mean? It's hectic. This part here is insane, bro. Look at this. It's getting thick forest now. It's cracking now, bro. It smells so good too, this forest. Only 40 minutes away. I'm gonna have to stop and check the maps in a minute because we're only 40 minutes away from the end of the road, Cockle Creek, and we're supposed to stop 2 towns before it, and apparently significantly before the end of the road it turns into dirt. So I'm just wondering where this town is, Chiefston, and when the dirt starts. Because I've been just driving this for like an hour. Bro! We are so far past Jeeveston. Brother, I'm thinking, where's the people, bro? Where's these towns? Look, all I can see is grass, lad. And look, I'm zooming out. Look.
Where's Jeeveston? All the way there. Jeeveston's there. What am I talking about, Jeeveston? But I'm 15 towns away from Jeeveston. Alright. Bro, we need to chill here. I'm gonna stop here because there's like a big break behind us. I haven't even seen a car for ages, bro. It's just been this for ages. I'm getting cozy right now, brother. I'm by myself out here. Anyway, look. Alright, there's Southport, and then there's Cockle Creek. And then there's a little town called Recheche, right before Cockle Creek, but it looks as small or smaller than Cockle Creek. Southport looks like it's got shops. Bro, stop zooming in when I'm trying to zoom out. I'll knock you out. Hastings. We got to go to Southport. We got to stop at Southport. Bro, we're so far past Jeeveston. Alright. I don't know how that happened. I don't remember going through a town that was called Jeeveston. I think that town that I was calling Hone Valley, maybe that was Jeeveston. Who knows, bro? Anyway, we're going to Southport, lad. We better get some firewood, brother. Southport is 6 minutes away. Lucky I checked. Imagine that. Looking for shops. Next minute we're in Cockle Creek, lad. We just took the left, and left was to Southport and right was to Cockle Creek. I also remember, by the way, that Southport, she was saying to me, that's as far as this car can go. So I wonder if I went right then, if that was where the dirt road begins. Because she goes, yeah, you can't go any further south than Southport. I was like, alright. I was like, alright. I was like, alright. I'm a bit worried on the map. This place is tiny. This is Southport on our left. Southport store. I think there was wood. That's Southport. That's the whole thing. That was it. Oh, there's a beach. Wait, let's go down here. It has a beach. That was 80% of Southport. That store and the 4 houses next door. I did see firewood there, but let's go look down here. I thought there was a shop. Look closer, it looks like a prison. Look at the beach. On the map, they look like another set of shops down there. We'll go check. But don't be surprised if that was the only shop. It was called Southport Store. Like, we're the only one. It's us. Shop front. That was a beautiful little town, but no shop in it. I gotta do a U-turn, bros. That was the end of the town. No, that place, that's literally was the only shop. All right, we need to go back. I'm gonna jump out of this town though. I want some chocolate. I'm hungry, bro. Far out. I can't believe we missed that town. Now I'm worried if like the next thing and the only thing we got to eat is cooking that meat and my marvelous creations. Wow. Southport Beach. Look how white the sand is. That's crazy. It's so fine. It's like dust. The sand is like dust, bro. It's so fine. Like literally one step up from like talc. And it's look at it dry here. I was gonna say, and it's wet too. Look, that's crazy. It's like silky to walk on. Look at this community, bro. People's houses just along this beach. Look, we are so far. Like, think about this right now. This is the third last little town. There's one more with the weird name, and then Cockle Creek, that even have houses left. We are right now in one of the lowest, most southern communities on earth. Like, honestly, there'd just be like some people in New Zealand and in Chile that are equal or less than us. We are more south than 99.999% of the Earth's population. Probably more nines. Probably dead set 0.9999%. You know what I mean? There's probably like a couple thousand people that are this south or less. There's a boat pulling in there. The local swing. That's cracker. Look what this store calls itself. The last stop in Tassie. Look. Bro, legit. Actually, the last stop. That's crazy, bro. So the other places mustn't have, they even got a little petrol. They got petrol. They got diesel. Which is mad, because we take diesel. But look at that. Legit, bro. We almost missed it. If I looked at that map like 5 minutes later, we were off, lad. We were off starving, cuz. I don't even have a lighter, by the way. I need lighter, matches, something like that. Is that firewood? This is firewood. Alright. Is that locked? It is. I'll have to ask her in there. We'll get one firewood. It's pretty chunky wood, cuz. I'm not gonna lie. Hello. Can I get firewood, please? Yeah, can you get me one bag, please? Tell me you sell lighters or matches or something. Oh, beautiful. Alright, sweet. Oh yeah, there's matches here. Oh, so they had fire lighters. Yeah, one bag, please, yeah. They had fire lighters. I got these already. Maybe I should get another box. Because power fuel. This petrol, I could just pour this on it and cheat. I'll get that too. Then I'll get 2 boxes of matches because 1 box is alright. There's only 3 boxes for the whole town. I feel bad. Oh, do you cook food? What's available? Anything?
Anything at the moment?
Alright.
22 minutes.
22 minutes, beautiful. Burger with the lot. Chips? Yeah, burger with a lot and chips, please. Tomato sauce. I better get some water too, bro. Yeah. You can't say we're not starting a fire with this. What is this? Flammable butane gas. Oh, this is butane gas. Oh, you can't use that. We bought that for nothing. It's butane. We can blow it up. We can put it in a fire and run, but we can't. It's not going to help us start a fire. It's butane. Anyway, I thought it was petrol. But we got these. I got some already too. Alright. 22 minutes we had. I got a burger with the lot.
and chips. We had 22 minutes until she stopped cooking. Bro, we're cutting some breaks here, bro. You know what I mean? I would have been spewing. Alright. That worked out good because she forgot to charge me for the wood, which was 15. I said, how much is that butane gas? This. She said 13. I said, listen, let me give you that back and charge me the $2 extra because I don't need that. I thought it was petrol. She goes, yeah, sweet. So that worked out better. No, that's us. Burger with the lot on the bottom of the earth, brother. Cheese, tomato, fried onions, egg, bacon, more cheese. Wow, what a burger, brother. Look at that. To live somewhere like this, much like many places that exist with the same extremity of circumstance, you gotta be born into it. You have to be. You have to be. You can't know different. Like, imagine living in a tiny, tiny little town at the bottom of the earth, not near anyone, one shop, 3 boxes of matches, no lighters, and you just kick them back like sweet forever. You know, and I know how you think. I know heaps of people in the comments, or heaps of people sitting at home, they'll be like, yeah, that's mad, that's pure goodness, that's the best, that's the dream. But you're not doing it, are ya? I know how people are. I know how a lot of yous will be, yeah, that's the real life, they've got it easy, you don't know what you're missing. Yet you're kicking back in Ashfield. I'm telling you, it's like, for someone who, when you grow up in a busy society, it's like, it wrecks your brain. I'll go, like, I think to live here, is it called fear of missing out? There's that, but it's more than that. It's legitimate, like, it will drill my brain. You have to rewire your whole existence to cope. You know what I mean? I just feel like, what's happening? You know what I mean? Boom! What's happening? I headbutt everything. So he rocked up in his ute. He got a newspaper and 2 bags of frozen bread. That's what he done. That's what I mean, bro. You gotta be wired different. Believe me. You think you got it in ya? Go do it then. Mate, he exists on a whole nother spiritual level to us. He's advanced, cuz I'm telling you. I don't even mean this in a disrespectful way. I mean this in a respectful way. Mate, he's advanced, bruh. You know what I mean? He's just, bruh, get the newspaper. He's coming. He'll they hear everything, cuz their ears are good here too. Because they, you know what I mean? There's not much going on. They hear things from a long way away. He's probably been planning this run that he just done since like 11 o'clock this morning. Yeah, mate. Since 11 o'clock this morning, he's been thinking, yep, I get the newspaper and 2 bags of bread. That's what's going on. That's what's going down. I saved the chips. We can have it with our sausages, lad. I didn't eat many of them because of chocolate, and then I had the burger, so I was like not hungry. I won't put them in the fridge, but I just asked that woman too about driving to Cockle Creek. Bro, what are you doing? Oh. I said, is it difficult to drive to Cockle Creek? She goes, why? I said, oh, they were saying it's like all dirt roads. She goes, these dirt roads for a bit, but for nothing, like 10 minutes. She goes, I got a Commodore, it's low, and I drive there all the time. She goes, why did they say that? I said, I don't know, the hire company was saying that it's like some trek across country. She goes, no, it's one straight dirt roads, and they're normal dirt. Let's go. Relax, I don't know how to get in and out of these things yet. That was perfect. We got everything we needed just then. Literally everything. Is that, bro, I just want triple check. We got our meat. We got water. Oh, I got coconut water. See, don't worry about me. We got bottles of water. We got coconut water. We got the firewood, fire starters, matches. That's it. That's all we need. What is there? Baby wipes. I got the chili and garlic too. We'll marinate the meat. Look at. Oh no. You know what I didn't get? And I feel like they might have it in this car, like a pot, pan, fry pan, something like that. I reckon I'll have it in this car. But I'll try cook it on rocks. We'll try to do like full tribal styles, lad. Alright, let's cut. That's sick. That's what you call full, like, natural life, eh? Look at that, cuz. They got 2 chimneys just pumping smoke. Their whole front yard smoked out in the sun. Look at that. Can you imagine? Can you smell that? Can you imagine what that smells like? Just look at this picture. Can you imagine what that smells like, bro? That sign there says, how did I get in neutral? That sign there said 80km speed limit on gravel roads. So this is the world's last bitumen road. It's about to end. The sun's just going down too. We've made it down here in perfect time, bro. I'm spinning out. We're pretty much here. We're at the bottom of the earth right now. Like, look at these little houses. These are like... This is the last signs of humanity down here. What is that? That's how the houses are now. Bro, that's how the houses are. This is hectic, lad. This is hectic. Bro, I feel like full colonial, cuz. That's it. The road at the end of the earth officially just ended. Cockle Creek, lad. It's dirt road from here on. Oh, it looks pretty muddy down here, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Imagine how full rains and then muds me in. Why am I getting spooked out now? I'm getting spooked out now. This is turning spooky, bro. The last thing I need in my head is some type of like spooked out feeling. And I spend the next 12 hours, the whole night down here, shitting myself. Bro, look where we are, cuz. Humanity ended. Like soft mud down here, lad. The car's sort of sliding. The whole place is wet. But the whole place is wet. When did it rain, cuz? You know what I mean? It's sunny. This dirt road's going for ages. Baba, she goes 10 minutes. What do you mean 10 minutes? You know how far we've been going? We still got 18 minutes left. But I've been on the road for 15 minutes. It's dead set. It's dead set over half an hour. What is she talking about flying 120 k's in a Commodore? But there's 18 minutes of this left. This is insane. This is insane. It's still 12 minutes. No one around. No one around. Look how thick, look how dense this forest is, by the way. Like, bro. I'm starting to wig out, bro, I swear. There's water through there. Oh, we're at that place. Recherche, that weird name place. The last stop before Cockle Creek. Look, there's water. Look what we're driving on. I'm just sliding around. Look at this. Tell me this isn't insane. Look where we are. Buzz, that would be out to Antarctica. Remember here, we're straight out. That's it, that's the end. It's the Southern Ocean and it's straight out. The next bit of land's Antarctica. I'm pretty sure out there that's it. Bro, this is crazy, lad. Oh, bro, look at these roads. What's the car beeping for? Relax, brother. Look, the last houses, there's a little community here. There's actually quite a few people living in caravans. Look at this little one here. Wow, look at the salt on the rocks. I can't wait to jump out. The rocks were covered in salt, like clumps of salt. Look at the salt on the beach, bro. I'm getting so excited. I can literally see the end. I can literally see the end of the land. I can literally see the end of Australia. See what I mean? See the salt? Look at it. Like huge clumps of salt. I reckon the water down here, like the Southern Ocean, the water would be so salty. I don't know why. I just feel like all the water, everything would be just more extreme here. You know what I mean? Imagine that big that big ocean space before Antarctica. Imagine the animals that are in it. There better not be polar bears here. There's no way there's polar bears. There's not. There's no bears here. Surely not. We would know about it if there were bears here. There's no bears here. Anyway, there's no bears here. Get that out of our head. Wow. Well, the allegation is we're 0 minutes away. We're here. Welcome to Cockle Creek. I assume this is going to open up into a patch of water and the road's going to end. There's some bushland after it. And that's the whack, bro. That's the intro theme song, lad. We made it. What, this is it? That's Cockle Creek's campground. Bro, it's just us here, cuz. I'm not staying in that. Can you imagine parking there? That's it, and the bushes are just there, bro. Surely there's houses. There hasn't been a house for 15 minutes since our Rochercho place. Please don't tell me that the road's just gonna end and this is us. Just us in here, bro. There's no way, cuz. You know, I seen on the map there's a campground, right? And I thought there was like civilization, small civilization next to it. Oh, there's a sign, lad. Look, look, look. The end of the road accommodation. The end of the road accommodation. Bro, look, bros, I'm just jumping out the car here for a second. Bro. Alright, The road goes for a little bit more. The road goes for a little bit more. It goes for a little bit more. Crosses the bridge. And then that is literally a dead end. And that's the whack. End of the earth. Oh, bro. We're full off-roader now. That's a campground. The car's literally off-roaded now, bro. Oh, there's someone camping there, lad. There's someone camping there, brother. There's a little grifter back there, brother, with his little possum tent. Here's the bridge. Wow! Look at that. Cockle Creek, Southwest National Park. There's a phone box, brother. Yep, look. There's campers. Alright, alright. Bro, look at those animals there. Look at the animal cars. There's little wallabies, lad. Do you see that, bro? Mate, he's got a little camper vehicle and he's got like wallabies outside of it. Look at this. We're literally at the end of the road now. That's the whack. We turn here and that's it. Oh, this is it. This is it. It's just a U-turn. That's the whack. This is where the road ends. You can't stay here. There's a walk. Alright. We gotta camp right there. We gotta go find a place to camp, lad. I can hear the waves crashing. That's the beach right behind these bushes. That's it. The dead end is just there. Just literally just there. That's where the road ends. The whole earth of roads ends right there, bro. This is the last camping spot there is. It says overnight camping for self-contained vehicles only. Oh, look at this little blue bird, bro. Lad. There's the most beautiful little blue bird here. It's tiny. You won't be able to see it. It's so small. It came like looking at me, but then I got spooked. Alright, I just seen on the drone, like the water's literally here. Yeah, the water's literally through here. There is 3 breeds of deadly snakes here though. I looked it up. That's the only thing to worry about. There's 3 different breeds of like brown snakes and red belly snakes. Like proper, like if you get bit, you die. Especially if you're by yourself. That's a genuine worry. We can walk through here to the sand. That's no worry. But I mean, like, if you think you're gonna go walking through the bushes, no worry. There's 3 different snakes, and apparently there's heaps of them. They're not rare. They're everywhere, like full lethal snakes. Yeah, we are in Australia, mate. Right? Might not be polar bears, but believe me, there's plenty of stuff to kill you. I think it's about time we set up this camper before it gets dark. What's the time? We've got an hour of sunlight left, so let's get it done. It's not even that cold at the moment. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually hot. There's our bed. There's our little telly. Our little telly. The toiletries here. If you want to know what I bring, I'll show you what I bring. Bring my spray, shampoo, body wash, moisturizer, facial moisturizer, toothbrush, toothpaste, paw, and like a nose spray and floss. Everything you need, cuz. Everything you need. Holy, what are you?
What is this? What are you doing? What is that? What's going on? I just popped out and there's a full animal here. No way it's coming to me, guys. I told you I'm like Steve Irwin. I'm gonna fall over. What are you doing, lad? Bro, I don't want to scare it off, but look, guys, it's like a wallaby, lad. Wow. What are you doing? Where are you going? Oh, don't run away. I got a trick, lad. I'll put this camera down and I'll give it hot chips, lad. Don't cry, we're giving it hot chips. It's for munching the hot chips, lad. It's hectic, eh? True? Look, I got more, lad. I got heaps. What are you urging, bro? If I'm not going to get you on the first chip, why are you scared now? Fool loves it, lad. That's hectic. Brother, see, wallabies are full coming. Munching chips off me already, cuz, and I've only been here for 20 minutes. Hey. Everyone in there, you can't feed all hot chips. I bet you feed your kids hot chips, don't ya? Psh, relax. I'm not going to give you any more. You're not used to it. The salt, it's like crack. Look. Look, man, the salt is like crack to it, lad. But relax. Look like you're going to fight me, cuz. What are you doing? He's standing up on his legs, bouncing at me. I got no more. I got no more. I don't want to give you any more. You're not used to it. Go eat some bugs. Go get some fish, and then tomorrow, if you come early before I go, I'll give you something else, eh? Or if you come later, I'll give you some steak or sausages. All right? He's full grunting at me. If it's here later, we'll give it meat. Oh, nah. I'll save a piece with no chili for it. Look at it, it won't go. It's going to call its mates. Look at it, it won't go. It's going to go in the caravan soon. I want to go to the beach. I want to go, when we make the fire, I want to make it on the beach. Because, I don't know, I'm a little bit sus making it like close to the trees. I don't know much about. It's only going to be a little fire, but I don't know how it works, bro. I suppose it's wet and it's winter. There's no risk of starting a fire. There's no dry bushes around me either. But still, I sort of want to make it on the sand so I'm away from everything. I don't know how this stuff works. I don't even know if it's legal. Can you just make a fire? Can you make a little fire on the floor? I don't know, lad. Are you going to come to the beach or what? Look, he's turned into a crackhead from the salt, lad. He's loving it. Come on, let's go. What are we going to call him? What is he? What animal is he? I want to know what animal he is. Let me take a picture for ChatGPT. And then we'll give him a name. But ChatGPT reckons it's a padamelon. A small, stocky marsupial closely related to wallabies. See, bro, I knew you're a wallaby, lad. Look at him. Oh, bro, he's got stuff in his pouch. It's got a pouch. Bro, what are you doing? Oh, bro, it's got a pouch. Look. You're a padamelon. That's what you are, bro. You look like a padamelon, it reckons. You're a small, stocky marsupial closely related to wallabies. Given a dark, shaggy coat, it may be a Tasmanian padamelon. You're a Tasmanian padamelon, bro. What are you doing? I've never heard of you before.
You sweet?
I've never heard of you. That's cracker. Alright, let's walk down here. Let's walk to this beach, lad. I reckon when we get back, I reckon the Patamelon's gonna raid our car, bro. I should have closed the door. Imagine the whole car gets stolen. Imagine there's full thieves, lad. That's mad, bro. A little creek runs here. That must run from Cockle Creek, because Cockle Creek had that brown water. I know the water's brown from vegetation. Hey, settle down, bro. I do. I know that. That wasn't, I swear to God, nothing to do with AI. I know the clean water, but it gets dirty because, it looks dirty because of vegetation, but it's not dirty. Look at this, lad. Alright, so you know we're at the end of the road, right? And this bush behind us, the edge, see how when I went up behind the van, there's the bush, there's no paths or nothing. So there's about another 500 meters of bush, and then that's literally the end of Australia. So we're like 500 meters back from the literal end. And the water to get out, it's there. So there and right. If you go to that point, we could walk to that point. I reckon we'll walk to that point tomorrow when we wake up. It's a bit late now because it's going to be dark, look. But we could walk to that point and see the ocean that goes out. It's out there. You know what this bay's called, I think? Pigsty Bay. Pigsty Bay. I seen on the map. It says Pigsty's Bay. What a name, Pigsty. It's getting cold, I'm not gonna lie. I think we can make our fire right here. I think this is very, very safe place to make it. And the closest thing is just these, bro, but this is juicy and wet, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go get the stuff now and bring it out here. Just sit it here. No, well, actually, we don't have to bring it out here now. I want to go for a little walk first. But we should actually find the stuff, the smaller kindling, whatever they called it, to prep before it gets dark. Oh, I got a mad flashlight. Don't worry about that, cuz 10,000 lumens, cuz I'm rocking heaps of lumens. I brought it in my bag. I didn't even tell you. I left it for a late surprise. Let's go. This bloke. What are you doing, lad? Patamelon. What are you doing, Patamelon? You want more ipchas? Paddy. That's what we'll call her. Paddy. Paddy the Patamelon. Paddy. Oh, what are you doing? No more chips? Oh, he first talked. No more chips? Yeah? More chips? I'll give you one more, eh? I'll give you two more. I'll give you two more chips. I'll give you two more chips. Relax. Always running. If I wanted to get you, I would have got you already. I'll give you one more. Come here. Come. Yeah. What was that? Matey's calling the crew. I just heard a fool. So this is the trick anyway, bro. When you got to start a fire, you got to get the kindling, lad. Right? See this? It's the dryness. You get that dryness. You got to get things like this. I can see there's a whole bunch here, but I'm not going in there. So we'll get this instead. Oh no, that's juicy. Has to be this. Heaps of this type of stuff. Yeah, that's dry as. Oh, there's heaps. The white ones are the driest. That's the trick. This side of the road's really juicy, lads. So we'll stick on that side. I reckon if we drop this over there now, it won't blow away. There's no wind here. So we'll go stash this over there. The kindling stash, lad. Wait, we got this whole tree. Is this dry? Not really. It looks dry, but it's sort of not. A little bit. Not fully. It's actually a bit alive. Like the sticks. Yeah, nah. It's actually pretty alive. Just has a dry appearance. Oh, Paddy's actually gone.
She went. Hey, imagine she was in here. I need the bag. We're gonna put a bag of rocks, lad. If it holds it. Alright. I got a bunch of rocks. We're gonna go down and wash the dirt off them, lad. Paddy's back. You know I'm just making this up, right? I'm literally just making this up. But I got a theory, cuz. It's common sense, brother. They done it 5,000 years ago, bro. Relax. I used to stream Fortnite. You think I can't do what they done? Look at that. The sun's going down. How hectic's that? We've probably got like legit maybe 30 minutes of light left. But like I said, we're sweet. We've got the torch. We've got the camper van anyway. Washing the excess dirt off the rocks. We won't get it all off, but it'll be a little bit dirty, the stakes, lad, but it's part of nature, cuz, you know what I mean? At least they're not like chunks of mud. Alright, most of them came up real clean, but except two of them. I'll leave them in there a little bit more. Let's go for a little walk up here while there's still some light. I think I got that sorted, bruh. I think I got it sorted. We'll have the necessary equipment anyway. You see, when we're standing on the beach, there's this little peak. So the little lookout. I want to walk to it. When we went to the dead end where we had to do the U-turn, like literally here in front of us, there was a footpath you couldn't drive down. I want to... Oh, should I bring the torch? Oh, we got the phone torch for now. Should have brought the torch, but I'm too lazy to go back. So we'll just walk it. I think it's only like 10 minutes away. By the way, I got used in night mode. This camera's really good at night. Have you ever been in a dark room and take a photo with your iPhone? And it's like daytime. That's how this camera is. You probably think I'm a spinner heaps of times. Like I walk around and I'm like, bro, it's so dark, can't see. And just full lit up. When I look in the back of this camera, like when I look in even the front of it, I can see myself. Everything's light, bro. It's like night vision. So if I'm blind, I can just look in the back of this camera and just navigate. But it's at least 30-40% darker than you're seeing it. There's a toilet here. There's a toilet, bruh. The last toilet on earth. I got a shit in the last toilet on earth. That's a flex. You know what? You know what, grandson? Back in my day, and you can verify it, there's this thing called YouTube. I went to the bottom of the world and shit in the very last dunny. Yep. Right before the polar bears. I was battling seals to get in there. Oh, that's hectic. Why you gotta put the rocks there? Let me through. Fishers Point, 2 hours return. Oh, we're not doing that right now. A celebration of the southern right whale. Conception, birth and nature far beyond our human scale. This 3-month calf begins a southern ocean journey to feed, to play, to live a yearly cycle begun 5 million years ago. This rhythm of leviathans we witness now as these tender, tactile animals return to our waters every year. Oh, well. Well. The southern right whale. Bro, look at that. The rise and fall of an industry, the fall and rise of a species. Oh, this is about all the hunting of the southern right whale. It's a big story. Wow. Bro, like, imagine these waters, like, see how that, it goes down, cruises around the Southern Ocean.
probably down to around Antarctica. Brother, not these waters, not just here in this bay, although maybe some in this bay, not Wales. Maybe Wales, yeah, there probably is. But there and beyond, out there into the Southern Ocean, the freakiest animals, bruh, would be the freakiest animals, lad. You know what I mean? Whales like this, killer whales, seals. What are those big, what are those big manties? What are those big, like the big seals with the big husks? The big, yeah, I forgot what they're called. They'd just be full of crazy stuff, eh? Dolphins, sharks. There'd be so many sharks out here. Even in this bay. Like this bay may have some... Well, you'd assume this bay would have some whales. Otherwise, why would they put this here if this bay didn't have any whales whatsoever? Because I reckon there is even killer whales that come up into this bay. For sure. I know 100% by looking up before I came here that there's often seals, like sea lions, those big things with the tusks. They get penguins down here. For sure, full of sharks. 100% there'd be whales, and I reckon there's killer whales, bruh. I reckon there's killer whales, lad. But there's no bears, right? But I'm checking this up, lad. I'm not copping this. I'm not copping this, bruh. I don't care about none of those things except if there's bears. Is there polar bears in Tasmania? Please don't say yes, bro. Please don't say one time in 1992. If that's it, I'm locking the door. No, there are no polar bears. They live in the Arctic. They live in the Antarctic too, bro. Don't throw off. Don't lie to me. They live in the Arctic, only in the north. I know they're in Antarctica. It's throwing off. I'm going to ask it a different way. Are there... What do you mean there's only bears in the Arctic? And you're saying there's none in Antarctica? And look how close Tasmania is to Antarctica. Has there never been any here? Is there any bears at all here in Tasmania? I just got to verify this. Oh, Antarctica has no bears at all? Bro, I'm learning something here. Polar bears live only in the Arctic, around the northern pole. North Polar region. Antarctica has no bears at all. Only marine mammals such as seals, penguins and seabirds. Tasmania has never had a wild bears. Australia has no bears. Tasmania may look close, but it has no bears. There's no bears in the Southern Ocean. Polar bears evolved in the Northern Hemisphere and have never had a land or sea ice route south and have never existed in the south. Bros, did you know that? Am I tripping out here? In Antarctica, there's no polar bears. Am I tripping out? Is ChatGPT tripping out? I've asked it twice. I swear to God, I've watched things in Antarctica and there's killer whales and there's icebergs and the story, even Joe Rogan tells the story. Joe Rogan tells the story. They went to Antarctica and they got stuck and the polar bear was on the iceberg. It killed the person and it was swimming closer. Bro, I swear I'm doing my head in. I asked it twice. I would put my life on it that there was polar bears in Antarctica. Oh well. That's news to me. So where's all these videos of the polar bears eating, hunting, penguins, the seals? Where's that? In the Arctic, in Norway, in Svalbard in Finland? It's not, brother. I'm stressing now. Anyway, let's get over it. Sun's about to set. Here we are. Here we are. Sunset at the bottom of the earth, mate. Hopefully, look, the skies are clear. Well, I just clicked on, look how clear the skies are. So there's no moon until 12:30 a.m. and there's clear skies. That doesn't mean that we're going to see the southern lights. The southern lights are still a rare anomaly, but everything's in place for them to be visible. Imagine we see them, bruh. They'll be down there. They'll be that way.
I can't get over this Antarctica polar bears. I can't get over it. I don't believe it. I swear I don't know why. You reckon there's killer whales and they'll slide up on the beach and snatch me while I'm cooking a fire? Surely not. I'll get that out of my head. Get that out of my head. There is killer whales. I'm out here trying to scare myself. Listen to this. Yes, wild killer whales, orcas, live and travel through Tasmanian waters. They can occur all around the island, including offshore waters, even the bays and small channels. Although sightings are uncommon, Tasmanian waters provide such prey as seals, dolphins and other whales. Tasmanian government officially lists the killer whale among the state's marine mammals and includes it in Tasmanian Cetacean Identification Guide. So yes, killer whales are a native animal to Tasmania. They exist not only in the open oceans, but in the bays and small channels. I guarantee you there's killer whales here, bro. And they're shifty, they slide up, lad. They slide up. They slide, you know what I mean? They slide up, lad, and they try to snatch you off the beach, cuz, and then hook it back down. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe we're not cooking the meat on the beach, lad, alright? I don't think a lot of the stuff that's gonna happen in the sky, I'm gonna have to take photos of it on my phone, on the iPhone, like do like proper photos, and then I'll put the photos up, like, so you'll see it in the video. But this is a vlog camera. It's not, but there is a star so bright, the sun's still out. There is a star there. I don't know if you can see that. You can't see it, eh? It's somewhere there. There, you can see it. Think about that. If the sun's still out and you can see that star on this camera, you know how bright that star is? It's arguably a planet. And it just made me realize, bro, the stars are gonna be off their head. Southern lights or not, you're gonna see the universe out here, bro. All right, we better cruise. Sun's gone, bro. We better cruise back because it is getting pitch black now. This path's gonna be pitch black, bro. I'm worried about this path, lad. Lucky we got the phone light, bro. The stars are looking cracker too. We'll get back to the car, grab the torch, do our thing. Which one is lights? Lights is this one. Alright, beautiful. So now the light should work. That's mad. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And we have light, cuz. Hey. Buzz, I've been trying to charge my anything. Spare camera batteries, my phone, anything, bro. It doesn't work. I don't know what. I flicked every single thing on and off. Like the power doesn't work to charge your stuff, bro. I've got the accessories on, the lights on. What if I just turned the media on, bro? Will that charger? I haven't got this on. No. Bro, nothing charges. The power points don't work. Turn the accessories on and off. Well, you got to be plugged into the power point to charge your phone. Brother, what's the point? What's the point of it then if you got to be plugged into your power point? Your car has to be plugged into a power point. Because I'm running out of camera battery, lad. Look at my batteries. They're all flat and I can't charge them. I thought this thing would have chargers. Bro, it's annoying, cuz. Lucky I bring this, bro. Bring my portable power pack. They're gonna have to charge off that. And the phone can wait. Alright. Bro, look how black it is out here, lad. That's crazy, bro. I don't know how I feel about this, lad. I don't know how I feel about this. Bro, I'm in that pitch black, lad. I mean, it is pitch black. The only reason you can even see my face is because the The van has the lights on. Look. That's crazy. Oh my God, look at the sky. Brother, I swear to God already, you won't see that. You're not going to see that. I'm going to take a photo for you. Already, I swear to God, I can see like the you know how there's like that, I'm hearing noises. You know, up with the stars, how there's that sort of like, they call it the arm of the Milky Way, like there's that cloud streak, that nebula streak through it. I can see that already, bro. The sky is wild out here. Watch me, I'm going to take a long exposure shot of the sky with my iPhone. Watch this. Watch this. Yeah, I told you how the iPhone's really, look at that. Remember I told you the iPhone's really good at night shots? Look at this. Watch when you look. And now watch when the iPhone looks. Look at that. Good? Yeah. Alright. I'm going to take some long exposure shots and I'm going to show you the shots of the sky because you just can't see it. It is insane. I'm going to take shots now. I'll show you the shots on my phone, but I'll also put them up on the screen. Look at this. Right, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Bruv, look at the shot that it just took. Bruh, look at the shot that it just took, bruh. I'm going to take a bunch of shots. I'm just going to take like the best shots I can of these stars. And I'll get my editor to chuck them on the sky for you. Bruv, that's insane, lad. I knew it was hectic. I didn't know it was going to come out like that. There's no way in the world. There is no way in the world. That's crazy. That's crazy. Buzz, that's the universe speaking to me type shit. You know what I mean? That is something else. Bro, out of everything, out of this whole time, here at the bottom of the earth with my steaks, with my wood, with my rocks, with my garlic and with my chili, and I drop the matches in the little puddle. That is literally, cuz, unbelievable. That's the whack. If these matches are wet, that's it. No one's doing nothing. I don't know, bruh. I don't know, lad. I'm a bit of an overthinker, cuz. And I sort of feel like that was meant to happen. I'm a bit weird like that, bro. I'm a bit weird like that. You know what I mean? Just give me a minute to think this through. Look at that. All of that. Bro, that's like crazy work, lad. You know what I mean? I'm paranoid. I'm wigging out on this black beach right now. I am out here in the middle of nowhere, pitch black. Killer whales. Brother, and I can't believe I dropped the matches, brother, in the water. What is that? I'm a weird person, bro. I'm telling ya. I tell you what I was gonna say before, cuz when weird things happen, like things that are like the worst luck or such a coincidence, I don't go against that, cuz like I didn't drop nothing the whole day. Out of everything I drop, it's the matches. Out of everywhere I drop it, it's right there in this little patch of water. As we turn that right corner around that bush, out of everything, not the garlic, not the chili, the matches drop off straight in the water. Like, I don't know, bro. I just believe that God looks out for me in things like that. And it's like, if you know what I mean, you can't go against what you know what I mean. It's hard to explain, bro. If you know what I mean, it's like that's his way of saying, like, if I started this fire, if I caused that attention, if I started this, something bad would happen, and that's a way of stopping me. That's how I feel, bro. That's how I feel when when stuff like that happens, you know. Now I'm lost, cause the sky's hectic though. I want to take some more shots of the sky. The sky is insane. I'm going to turn this off. You just will never be able to see it on this camera. I'm going to take some more shots of this universe. I'm going to look the other way too, down that way. Because the sky down that way, I'm telling you, the sky down that way, it's got sort of a glow to it. And I'm wondering if that's the southern lights. Like the sky's still, it's weird to explain. But I'm going to take some mad photos, bro, here. And then I'm going to consider what we're doing because we're in the middle of nowhere. You know how dark it is? It's 7 p.m, by the way. Wait, what is the exact time? Let me get the exact time. Let me get the exact time. It's 6:57. 6:57. Brother, it's pitch black. Let me suss out these matches. Brother, they're soaking. Oh, there was a little dry spot. What the f*** is that? What the f*** is that? What the f*** are they? Brother, we're out of here, cuz. Brother, we're out of here. We're out of here. What the f*** are those animals, lad? Ah! Brother, what the f*** are those animals? There's white bugs everywhere, bro. Jumping around everywhere. Brother, what was that? Cuz, I don't even know how to explain that. I just looked at the sand for a second. I concentrated on the sand, and brother, there's white bugs. White bugs, bro, like that big, like jumping. You know, they're clicking and just going, jumping everywhere, bro. What the? There they are there. There they are there. There they are there. They're jumping all over the rocks. Watch, I'll find you one. These things, what are they? Bro, there's heaps of them. Look, they're coming out of them holes. Bros, they're all coming out of holes in the floor. They're digging out of little holes. They're like sea lice. Brother, exactly where we're standing, they look, one's digging out there. Look, it just dug out. What's that? Bruh, look at him. This is what we're doing. They can stay there for a sec. Bro, we're not doing that. Oh my god, bro, I almost fell in the water. But this beach is lethal for them out of here. Oh my god. This is collapsing now. I'm going back and grabbing the rest of that stuff. We're getting off that beach, brother. I don't know what it is. This place gives me the creeps hard, bruh. We're going somewhere else. This place is weird, lad. I don't know, bro. It's too like, you know what I mean? It's everything. Nothing's chill, bro. Bro, I knew there was, see, God speaks, bro. We're just gonna cook the steaks in here, cuz I dropped the matches. I would have never known, bro. And see, when we had the torch on, bro, do you see all those little holes? Lad, these little insects were coming out of the sand. The insects were coming out of the sand, cuz. And they were like, like just, you know, when they pop, you know, those popping insects just going everywhere. I reckon if we stayed there, they were just all about to come out and infest us, bro. I don't know what they were. Like lice? Sea lice or something? Everything's something, bro. Everything's trying to get ya. We're going for a little cruise, lad. We're going for a little cruise, bro. I don't know where, but we're going for a cruise. This whole camper van is scary, bro. This whole thing spooks me out, lad. And now we gotta drive along this Charles Manson road, bro, in that pitch black. Is this the highest beam there is? Surely not. Surely there's a higher beam than this. Oh, there we go. What's happening back there? Bro, I'm driving. What's happening back here? What's happening in the back of my van, cuz? Everything's getting smashed about. Bro, I'm not stopping for nothing, cuz I'm just going, bro. There's another camper there, but let's see you later. Bro, there's animals everywhere. Maybe we can stay here near the phone box. I feel a little bit better here, I don't know why. Oh, bro, what is this little grifter house? Oh. We're just gonna stop here for a bit, alright? Let's just stop here for a bit and get our bearings together. I want to take some photos of this sky, bro. Let me take some photos of this sky and then we're gonna decide where we're going. I just got the most beautiful photos, bruh. I just spent about half an hour here taking the best photos all around here of the sky. You'll see the photos. Bro, what? This is crazy, bro. This is hands down the most beautiful sky I've ever seen. It is mental. I didn't know there were so many. I can see everywhere, bro. I can see everything, cuz. Oh my gosh. It's starting to be so cold. I'm locking these doors, bro. All the windows are frosted. It's freezing out there, like freezing. The stick of this, because I was only holding my iPhone and the torch for a bit. I had used down for a bit because I was taking those photos. Bro, my DJI is freezing. My camera's freezing, bro. I want to go find a camp spot that has a light, bro. Like a light. Like a street light. That's all I want, is a street light. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like the only light that we have is on the torch and I gotta shine it on my face or shine it on something. Like, bro, it's only like 7:41. I'm not going to sleep for another 5 hours, bro. I'm not sitting in the dark for 5 hours. Like, it's just pitch black everywhere. It's crazy. I want to drive somewhere until I find a street light, and we're parking under the street lights, cuz I don't know how many towns away or right. Could just be up the street, but that's what we're doing. We are driving somewhere with a tiny little bit of light, brother. Why do I feel like we're about to drive half an hour down that mud forest road in that pitch black? That's what's about to happen, isn't it? Oh my god. Bro, straight out. This is the scariest shit. I got the heaters pumping. I got the high beams on. The doors are locked. I'm putting on some Enya. And we're finding a proper spot to fry up our steaks, brother. Maybe we can find another service station. Oh, bro. Animal jumped out. Maybe we can find another service station. Who knows, bro? Who knows? Oh, we're back on the road. There's street lights. I wonder how far until there's like a shop. I wonder if there's another like servo that'll sell matches and wood and stuff. You know what I mean? Lad, there's a devil. I seen a devil, bro. I seen a Tasmanian devil. I seen a Tasmanian devil, bro, on the side of the road. Please don't get scared. Look, bro, look. Where's the torch? Come here. Guys, I don't care that I'm in the forest. I don't even care, bro. Look. Bro, it's all the way down there. Come here. How far is it? I'm ditching my car. I'm chasing it. I'm chasing the devil, lad. Look. Bro, look at it. Look. Bro, stop running, bro. Here. Here. Do hot chips. Come. Bro, how far are you gonna run? It ran in the bush. It's there. Look, 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 look. Come on, bro. You fool gonna run away like that? Look how far I left the car, cuz. Bro, it's like some type of mist in the sky. Bruh. Spewing. Full spewing, we missed that, lad. He kept running. Look at the light goes in the sky, bro. It's weird. Look at this. How? It's so weird. Look, what's it reflecting off? It's so foggy out here, bro. I swear. I've been driving at like 40 cars. It's so foggy. I've got a mission. I've got a plan. I'll tell you soon. We come all this way and we arrived in the middle of Jeeveston and the place is dead. Bro, it's so smoked out too. Bro, look, I'll show you something. I went on the map because it said Caltex. Look, it said there's a Caltex. Oh, alright, sweet lad, we get a Red Bull, this and that. Here, look, that's the Caltex. We got half a tank of petrol, brother. We're going to Hobart. We're starting fires in Hobart, brother. We'll be there in 50 minutes, alright? I won't bore you with this. Oh my god, there is a petrol station that is open. No way, brother. No way. No way. Lad, I'm telling ya. Please. Bruh, let me get out. Oh, lad. Can I just say something? Can I just say something? We just dropped our matches in water. Half of the state of Tasmania away. We just drove for like 2.5 hours and there wasn't a single shop open. This is the first shop in 2.5 hours. Brother, we're nearly at Hobart. We're 20 minutes away from Hobart. We dropped the matches at 7:30. We left that place at 7:30. It's like 10:15. There has not been a single shop. Tasmania is wild, bro. Tasmania is crazy. I couldn't believe that this place was open, lad. I thought 100% the first shop is gonna be in Hobart, bruh. Oh my god, where's my phone? Oh, bro, we left that place at 7:30. We drove through towns at 8 o'clock, 8:30. That big town we went to, Jamestown, that was like 9 something, brother, dead, full dead. First of all, we're gonna Red Bull. That's the first thing. Can I get the cheeseburger? Yeah, please. A classic beef pie? Yeah. Can I get a lighter also? A lighter, yeah, no worries. Thank you. Alright. I'm on the fire mission, bro. We got a lighter, some more firewood. Let's hose. We'll put our feet on the bed for now. We're getting another bag of wood, cuz. Look at the size of it. Oh my god. That's a lot of wood, lad. Holy. The whole bag of wood was only $7.50, lad. I mean the meat pie from the servo and a Red Bull, cuz. What's happening, bro? What's happening? Bro, I'm so hungry. That steak, lad. Oh my god. I'm cooking the steak, bro. I'm just Jeep to start a fire. I'm not gonna lie. It tastes like the meat pie when you first go to prison. That's a good mate pie, brother. I don't think I've ever drove 2.5 hours through towns and not seen a single thing open. At 7:30, 8 p.m, lad. At least we got a shower. I forgot how to turn it on, but we got one. Servo cheeseburgers, brother. Alright, it's cheesy. Why is that nice? I must be so hungry. Buzz, it's nice. Tomato, mustard, the beef is real, and it's on a normal bun. Tastes homemade. Hey, call me crazy, but I was just having a Red Bull. I was looking at the map, right? We're 35 minutes from Hobart. We're 2.5 hours from where we just came from or something like that, all right? And I was just looking on the map, and I was thinking, I looked a little bit around Hobart, and do you know what I saw? It's about an hour. It's 97 kilometers after Hobart. Port Arthur. Most of you will know what Port Arthur is. Port Arthur is a very famous, very eerie convict settlement. One of the most famous convict settlements in Australia. Like a big, scary convict prison. It's literally Australia's most haunted place. Like Port Arthur in general. Anyone who goes there says it. There's very famous haunted sites there. And on top of that, to compound all of that, it was the site of one of the world's worst mass shootings. Australia's worst mass shooting. 32, 34 people got shot dead in the 90s. It's in this tiny little convict settlement. I think we go there, cuz. I think we go and we camp there, brother. I think that's where we're camping. It's an hour 50 from here. It's 10 past 10. That means we get there at midnight. Is that too much? Bruh, I looked. I thought Port Arthur. It's just after Hobart. It's just down the coast a bit. Maybe we got to put petrol in. Maybe we should put some petrol in then. But how dear is diesel? $2.63 a litre. We're getting another Red Bull. We're getting another Red Bull, lads. Port Arthur. An hour and 44 minutes. Goes up past Hobart, sort of back towards the airport. Yeah, back towards the airport, but then down the coast. Woo! Alright. Alright. Imagine it's so haunted, I get there and that's it, we're out, bro. I'm not sleeping there, lad. Let me get the charger. Where's the charger? Oh. I'm plugging yours into the charger. That second time I went in just then to pay for the fuel and get this can, it was a different bloke and he knew me. He goes, you wouldn't happen to be the Spanian, would ya? I said, yes. And he spun out. He goes, I can't, why are you here? And I told him what happened. I said, bro, like I dropped the matches in the water and I'm down in Cockle Creek and I drove all the way here to get matches. He goes, yeah, we're the only shop open down the south of Tasmania. That's what he said. And he goes, what are you doing? I said, bro, you wouldn't believe it, I'm driving to Port Arthur. And he goes, far out, that's far. He goes, really beautiful down there, some beach, this and that. I was like, yeah. But bro, they're the only shop open in the south of Tasmania. That's crazy, bro. We're back downtown in the city of Hobart. They got some mad historic buildings, eh? Oh my god, bro. Good morning on the back of a truck on the side of a cemetery in the middle of Port Arthur, Tasmania. Oh, brothers, I just woke up. What's the time? 6:46. Bro, it's so cold. It was alright in these blankets.
Cuz it was alright. I didn't even have the heater, bro. I was so tired. I didn't even know where we stopped. I just seen like a cemetery and there was an open space. And I just stopped, lad. I was so tired. There was no nothing. There was no looking for haters. There was no nothing, bro. It was just like, there's an empty space. We're going to sleep. We'll sort it out in the morning. How do we do that again? Let's need the water pump. Water pump has to be on. Water heater has to be on. Alright, let me set that to 60 degrees. Oh, do we have to turn on the gas? We're gonna turn the gas on outside. No. No. It's gonna be freezing, lad. Alright, let's go out. At least, oh, it's so cold. At least let me take my socks off. At least there's no one here to see me jump out of my little truck like Charles Manson. Well, there was like a gas thing we had to change, eh? Was it here? There was something that we had to do here. I remember. Look where we slept, lad. Here. Oh. What are we doing, lad? What's going on? Just kicking back, lad. Bro, we're just outside of Port Arthur Historic Site. Like that whole place. We're just outside. I can see a sign right there. It says UNESCO Heritage. UNESCO World Heritage Site. Oh, stop! Look in there, cuz. I'm checking if the hot water's hot already. The water's hot as, lad. Wow, steaming hot. Bro, that hot water lasted, I swear to God, I'm freezing. For like 40 seconds on low. Bro, I sat down on that toilet while the water was on me and I shampooed my hair. I grabbed a bit more shampoo and put it on my body and started washing my body and it was going cold. Lad, I started washing the shampoo out of my hair and had to get the shampoo like out of my armpits and everywhere. And it was already going cold, lad. I had to jump out. Bro, I swear to God, 40 seconds and it was cold. And I let that heat up for over half an hour. Bro. Anyway, we're washed. I don't have to brush my teeth out here instead, bro. I turned the car on to turn the heater on. Bro, it's so cold. I'm just gonna let the car run and let the front heaters just heat everything up, cuz. Keep that closed because the heater's going on in there. Let's have a proper look where we are. I knew there was a cemetery. I was so tired last night. I was so tired and I just pulled up anywhere. As long as it wasn't someone's driveway and it's like, bro, I'm going to sleep. I just like, bro, no food. I wanted that chocolate. I was too tired to look for it. No shower, no nothing. There's no way I was pulling up. We got here at like midnight, 12:20. There's no way I was pulling up, turning that gas bottle on, waiting 40 minutes for a 10-second shower. There's a coffee store, hot food, fish and chips, burgers, coffee. We need that. I wonder if we got coffee in our truck. We might.
We might have coffee in our truck. Wonder if there's cups and stuff. Look at this. I want to show you this sign. This Port Arthur Historical Site. It says Port Arthur Historic Site, World Heritage Site, UNESCO Australian Convict Site, World Heritage since 2010. It's down there. That's literally, how sad's that? That's literally where that mass 32 people or 36 people got shot dead, bro. In 1996, I think. Was it 96? I think it was. 30 years from now. 30 years ago, sorry. Nubina, 12. Hobart, 94. Bro, what a part of the world, eh? What a part of the world, bro. Oh, it's so cozy in here. It's full toasty. Open up all the windows. Let's see if we can find something open. Try to get a coffee. I feel good. Wow, that flap. I didn't close the gas flap. I want to look down that historic site. I want to drive down there. So let me check if these things are open first. Oh, this store's open! The store's open! That's a mighty truck. That's a mighty little bus he's reversing. The locals are thinking. They're like, look at that little monster. Well, it's popping off. What are you talking about, lad? We're late to the party. Wow, mad food and all, lad. Bacon and egg muffin and a coffee. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Can I get a bacon and egg muffin, please? Yeah. And a black coffee. Large size. Yeah, thank you. Oh, it's the post office and all. It's a hot food store, cafe, post office, and supermarket. Oh, and petrol station. It's 10 things in one, brother. And it's a petrol station, brother. That's hectic. That's mad. It's popping, bro, because I just remembered, like, it's a pretty famous tourist attraction. It's a pretty famous tourist attraction. It's also a souvenir store. Petrol station, post office, takeaway store, cafe, souvenir store, grocery. That's a big coffee, cuz. Oh, I need it. I was so wrecked last night. I was so wrecked. I was actually hating my life. I sent a couple people, a couple stressed out voice messages. I woke up, they hadn't viewed them, so I deleted them. It's like, it's alright, I'll delete it. It's nice. Barbecue sauce. $14. We can safely assume that the coffee was 8 of those $14, so this was 6. What about how the matches flew into the water, bro? I'm telling you, something would have happened to us last night down on that beach, I'm telling you. I feel like we would have got snatched up by a killer whale. Just snatched off the beach, lad. I'm not gonna lie, I went and got another one. They're nice. They're nice. I told you, I'm just in my fat era, lad. It's on. 2 videos from now, I'll be unrecognizable. Historic site entry. Let's go. It says all large vehicles and motorhomes got to park here. Guys, imagine being a full convict, like sent over from the other side of the world. Here. Look where we are, brother. Imagine being sent from like England or Scotland or Ireland, and you just sent, bro, in some boat for 4 months. Thousands, tens of thousands of years, lad. And you sent to Tasmania. You sent to the bushes in the bottom of Tasmania, bro. You wouldn't know what's going on. You wouldn't even have a concept of, think about it. 99.9% of the people that were sent here, you know what I mean, like the convicts and that, they'd have no way of conceptualizing where they are. Like no real perspective that they're on the bottom of the earth in 11 time zones away. Like they just wouldn't be able to tell. All they'd know is they're on a boat for 4 months and they're heaps far away. They'd be saying like, yeah, we went past China. I wonder if they even knew what China was. Like, I'm not saying society, I mean like the common criminal of England, you know what I mean? The common bread thief. Could he conceptualize where China was even? Alright. See what I mean, guys? It's proper like tourist. Where are we? We here?
Yeah, I'll give you a map.
Yeah, thank you. So a little cruise and 32 buildings. Wow.
Yeah, so
Alright,
we'll have a
beautiful.
busy morning.
I'm the first ticket sold. We got the first ticket sold this morning because it was taken. There's 32 buildings and there's a little 20-minute boat cruise, but the boat cruise leaves in a few hours. But I said, can I walk around now? She goes, yeah, you're the only one out there, but go. I was like there's an introductory video here. I want to watch it because I want to see exactly what's going on. Oh, this is hectic. Like, look at this. Separate prison, asylum, and paupers depot. This building was added during what became known as the welfare phase. Mentally unwell convicts go there. So there's a prison, there's a mental asylum, hospital. The penitentiary is one of the largest buildings in the colony. It was constructed as a flour mill and a granary. This is where the grain was grounded by water-powdered mill. The mill wasn't as successful as hoped, and the building was converted into a much-needed accommodation for convicts. Oh wow! So the biggest building was a flour mill, and that became an even bigger. So there's the prison, there's the penitentiary, there's the asylum. 1788, the British government began transporting convicts to Australia. 1803, the first convicts landed in Van Diemen's Land. 1830, Port Arthur Penal Settlement opened as a small timber situation. 1848, it became a bigger prison. That's crazy. That's crazy. Just a full penal prison, eh, lad? Look at that. They built this like that. That's so bad, bro. That's stuffed, lad. Let's go actually explore. Alright, we're there. As soon as you come out is the big penitentiary in front of us. There it is there. So there's a penitentiary that way, right in front of us. But the one that was called the prison is up there, next to that church. The asylum. Separate prison. The asylum cafe. Let's go to this thing. Wait, am I allowed to walk on this cricket pitch? Yeah, surely I am. You know what I want to know? What we all want to know, but you can't ask it. Like, you can't. I had it in my head when I was at the counter. I wanted to ask, like, you can't ask it. Even when it comes out of your mouth, it doesn't sound right. But to say it in the... What I want to ask is, where did that lad shoot everyone? Do you know what I mean? That's what I want to ask in the most respectful way possible. That must be so many people's point of curiosity that comes here. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. One of the world's biggest mass shootings, at the time it was like the highest ever or something.
But there's been like bigger ones since in America. But like, cuz, it happened literally here in these buildings. Like, I remember the footage because we've all seen it before. You know what I mean? We've all seen it. We all remember when it happened. I swear to God, bro, it was that building. All I remember is there was like a cafe. There was like a building like that. And it had a cafe under it. And Martin Bryant, that's his name, was like shooting people in the cafe and around the grounds and hunting people behind trees and shit. And that video, that building is the building I remember the most. Or maybe it's another one here that looks like that, but I want to look it up, lad, because I want to see the footage. I want to look it up. I'm going to stop here and I want to look up the footage so I can identify a building to know if we're even in the right place.
7 Nightly News with Ross Simons.
At least 25 people killed in Australia's worst massacre.
I can't exactly tell. I watched a couple of videos of it. This is in every single one of the videos. It doesn't give specifics. It shows 2 little cottages. It shows a cafe. It shows this building here. The most prominent building on the settlement. It attracts attention of visitors for its very conspicuous position. The penitentiary, a very noble erection of stone and brickwork with 4 tiers of windows, is present as an imposing appearance, perhaps more so than any public or private building in Tasmania. Kieran Perkins. You hear that 7 News flash? So far, 25 people have shot dead, another 24 people injured. Kieran Perkins wins a gold medal. Kieran Perkins. I love that we're the only people here, bro. I love that. We're the only people here, cuz. Of the 136 cells built, only 26 were on the ground floor survive. The remaining fabric includes stone shelves and iron straps used to hang hammocks. That's their cells there. Bro, that's some little cells, those ones. There's some little cells, brother. Look at the cells, lad. Look at the cells. Each one of those little slits is a cell. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cells there. That's just the size. If I lay down, that's the size of me. Yeah, look there here. Look. That's a cell. Oh, look, but that shelf is still standing. That's crazy. Oh, and another cell there. So that's one cell, and this would have been the second floor. That would have been the second floor there, and that's the second cell. How does that compare to cells nowadays? I would say in floor space, like it's half the size. I would say. A cell nowadays would be exactly 2 of those. No, less. A cell wouldn't be 2 of those wide. A cell would be this one to about halfway here. So about that. So the cell nowadays would be 1.5 times as wide. And maybe 1.5 times as long. So a cell nowadays would be 1.5 times bigger than this cell. Which isn't an enormous difference if you think about it. Like, I'm looking at these cells and I'm just like, oh my God, what's happening? This is crazy. It's unbelievable. What kind of life is that? And I spent 13 years in a cell that's 1.5 times bigger. In fact, no, that's not even no. Actually, I'm talking about 2 people's cells. I'm talking about double cells right now when I just said 1.5. So these people lived single in these cells. This cell would be maybe a single cell nowadays would be 1.2 times this size. Like it would be slightly wider. It would be to maybe there, about that wide, yeah. But of the same length. All the cells are the same length because they're all in the same structure. So a single cell would be 1.5 times longer, but only 1.2 times as wide. Like you can touch both sides with your arms.
John Barnes. At 17 years old, Barnes was sentenced to 15 years transportation for burglary. He arrived in New South Wales in 1845 and was sent to Norfolk Island before finally being transported to Van Diemen's Land. Barnes struggled to avoid the dock and appears to have spent a total of 9 years at Port Arthur. In 1868, he was tried for breaking into a store and stealing a ham, a box of washing powder, and a box of percussion caps.
Bro, what? So in England, he was 17 years old. He broke into a store and stole a ham, washing powder, and a box of percussion caps. Never gonna know what that is. A ham and washing powder. And he got 15 years on the other side of the world. Norfolk Island and Port Arthur. 9 years here at Port Arthur. His last record shows him to be an invalid at Launceston in 1890. Bro, invalid. An invalid. He's an invalid in Launceston. So his life just ended up here, bro. Imagine that, lad. Like, it's crazy, bro. You're a kid, you're still washing powder and a ham. If you're stealing washing powder, your mum told you to do it. No 17-year-olds out there trying to get washing powder. Do you know what I mean? Your mum told you to steal a ham and washing powder. You're probably starving, you got dirty clothes. 15 years on the other side of the world, you will never see your family again. So you just bang. Norfolk Island, cuz. And then he in Tasmania, and because he was here so long, he lived out the rest of his life as an invalid in Launceston, which is another city in Tasmania, up more north. My collection of buildings looks to be straight behind the penitentiary, up here. All the ones at that side behind us, they look like cottages. All the ones on this side in front of us look like big, like domineering sandstone structures. This is the hospital. Where they had a basketball ring, lad. They play basketball, but they must have been tall, lad. This was a doctor's office. Dr. Thomas Coke Brownell. I don't know, is there something wrong with me? Like, this place is cool, bro. Like, mad history, yeah. I'm more interested in the mass shooting, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I want to know the details of this mass shooting. Where did it happen? Like, where's the plaques? Where's the memorial for it? I want an explanation. Where was the gunman? Where did the shootings take place? How many people died? Why did it happen? Like, that's what I want to know, cuz, you know what I mean? There's nothing here about the shooting. This is mad, but like, I can't walk around and fake it looking at old buildings, you know what I mean? It would have been a conscious decision, of course. It would have been a conscious decision that they don't want to hijack
the history of this place and make it all about one day in 1996. And then they don't want to market this place as, that's a police station, by the way. They don't want to market this place as a memorial and a guided tour of a mass murder, of course. Because then you'll have all different types of people coming here trying to look for, like, this is the bullet hole and this is the tree where the old man got shot. Do you know what I mean? That's what would be happening. So it's 100% a conscious decision that there's absolutely nothing related to that at all here. It's understandable. It's understandable, and it's a better choice. 100% it's a better choice. Because then you'll just have weirdos coming here trying to look for weirdos like me, trying to look for like where that happened instead of like actually caring about the history. I understand 100%, and it should stay like this, and it should definitely not be a guided tour of a mass murder. But that being said, like, I can only look at 2 old broken buildings and go, wow, that's a prison. The prison, I like that because I've done a lot of prison. And I like seeing the cells, the old prison. That's a hospital, and then that's the whack, lad. The church will be cool. We'll go to the church. Church is up there. Oh, the asylum and the asylum cafe. You know what? I think that's where it happened, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's where it happened, bro. Because one thing I know from all the stories is that they were at a cafe. A lot of it happened at a cafe, and the cafe was in an old building. That's the cafe, that's the asylum behind them trees. And it's right next to the penitentiary. Because you gotta think, like, it would have happened where people are together, you know what I mean? Not scattered amongst fields. And I just remember, like, then again I remember something about a car park. Something about a car park also. Like the gunman was like running back to get guns out of the boot of the car in the car park. That being said, there's no car park here. Maybe that means it can't have been here. I have the visual. There's a cafe, an old building, a car park next to it. A lot of cars in the car park. A lot of the shootings happened in the car park. Does that mean it was at the front, at the entry? At the entrance? Because that's where the car park was, right? Alright, this is a separate prison than the asylum. That's the asylum cafe in there. It wasn't here. It wasn't here. Separate prison. We're in a little exhibition here called Little Deprived Felons, about kids that got sent away or brought here. Look, William Pearson, age 12 years old. William was transported for shop breaking and stealing knives. 24 prior convictions for stealing a wide range of things. William Timothy Driscoll was transported for highway robbery. He stole a book from a child. Before that, he'd been charged with stealing a handkerchief. Humphrey, 16, was transported for 10 years after being caught stealing for the 5th time. This was the theft of a 52-pound bag of fat. Look, that's the kids that got Sunny. Little Adelays, eh, bro? Look at them. Look at the little Adelays. Little lads, bro. Look at them, bros. Thieving around the streets of like London and Dublin. And full got sent away as little kids, bro. He looks like he's a little troublemaker, eh? They look like little troublemakers, bro. Poor kids, bro. You do dumb shit when you're young, you know what I mean? You can easily, as a kid, get caught into this little dumb cycle of stealing things or fighting people and stuff like that. To get sent away from everyone you know to the other side of the earth. The thing is, bro, they didn't just come here for 10 years and then just catch a boat back. That's their life over. They came here for 10 years. They'd be completely, lads are turning into invalids, do you know what I mean? And then like, they just live their life out in Tasmania. This is the things they stole. Could you pickpocket a hanky? What about a pocket watch? Give it a try. Because of this, yeah lad, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah lad. You got my cat day and that. You know what I'm saying? And you just go, yeah, oh yeah lad, yeah. Boom. Boom. It's just a little trip, lad. Just a little trip. Oh yeah, matey. You know what I mean? Just like, yeah, over there. Yeah, matey. Pickpocketing was a thing in Sydney for a minute. I know people who have done it. Some of my co-offenders done it. But like around the year, maybe like 99, 2000, the last time I ever remember someone in my area being a pickpocket, like going out to pickpocket, like someone that I grew up with, because obviously I grew up. He's just spinning out if he's watching this the first time and you're like, why do you know pickpockets? What are you talking about? Co-offenders. Everyone I know grew up as thieves and criminals and robbers and drug addicts and stuff like that in jail. So that's my whole life. It's everything I know until my recent years. And so what I mean is kids I grew up with, my age, in my area, they used to do pickpockets, you know, in the city. But like you can call it pickpockets, but they mainly would target bags, backpacks, because they reckon getting something out of someone's pocket is just too difficult. It's too hard. They notice too many times, causes too much attention. But so I'm telling you this so you know for yourself, not that there's pickpockets in Australia anymore, but there is overseas. They target backpacks. So you know, in your backpack, you know that little zipper, the little front zipper, that is coincidentally where people keep their most valuable stuff. You know what I mean? People keep like car keys in there, or like loose money, wallets, cards, everything that, you know what I mean, like big stuff, jumpers and stuff, like food you put in the big part, and like the valuable stuff you put in that small zip. Well, that's the easiest zip to open. So they'll just walk behind you and zip it open, like especially if you're getting on a bus or a train, because you're stopping, and it gives people an excuse to stand really close to you. Because if you're walking in the street and someone's standing so close to your backpack that they can unzip it like that, because they can't put their arm out like this. I'm telling you this so you know. They can't put their arm out like this and slowly unzip it. They also unzip it in pulses. They don't unzip ones because it makes a noise and it moves your backpack. So they unzip it in like taps. So like, so it just feels like your bag gets bumped. But each one of those bumps is like a quarter of your zip being undone. But it won't make the noise and it won't feel like your zip is being undone. So that's what they do. And they can't do it with their arm out because people will see them. So they have to be close to your backpack, and they do like a little bump. And then they'll just look away, and then they'll, boom, a bump again. And on the fourth bump, it's open and they can reach in. But you got to understand is that if someone's walking that close to your backpack, and you're walking the streets, you'd be like, what are you doing? Like, why are you trying to touch my ass? You know what I mean? But when you're getting on a bus or getting on a train, that's when people can be, or standing in line for something, you know what I mean? Those situations, that's where you expect someone to be really close to your backpack. And if you got bumped, like if you're getting on on the bus, think about this. If you're getting on a bus or if you're standing in line for a ticket to somewhere, there's a big line. If you feel someone behind you that's lining up, like accidentally like tap your bag, you're not gonna, what'd you tap me for? You don't care. Like you expect to be bumped and tapped, and that's when it happens. Yeah. So I knew people that used to do that to front zips of backpacks all day, every day for like a 4-year, 5-year period. And steal a lot of stuff and make a lot of money. But these people were doing it different. These people were doing it from your pocket. That's a whole different thing, you know what I mean? I never actually knew anyone in Australia that would go and pull things out of people's pockets. Alright, that's Port Arthur, lad. Oh look, they do ghost tours. Remember I was saying last night, this is like Australia's most haunted place? I forgot about that this morning until I just seen that ghost tour. Apparently it's really, 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 really active. Like everyone that comes here spins out. Rocky Road, sparkling water and another coffee. Look, I just read this. The attack at the historic site began inside the Broad Arrow Cafe and its adjoining gift shop. 22 people were killed in that building alone. The exact location is now the 1996 Memorial Garden. The garden incorporates the remaining walls of the cafe. So when you stand inside the memorial, you're standing inside the actual old cafe. So this place, whatever it was, is destructed. The cafe was near the waterfront, close to the jetty, not among the convict ruins such as the penitentiary. Alright. Immediately outside the cafe was the coach parking area. The attacker continued through this car park, moving through tourist buses. 4 more people were killed there and others wounded. He drove roughly 600 meters up the site's former entrance towards the old toll booth. Further killings occurred along that route and around the toll booth. Other victims were killed outside the historic site at Seascape Guest House and near the local station and general store. Oh, well. All right. So there's an old site here where most of it happened, and that cafe's knocked down, and it's down there near the water. And then in the car park, so it's all been changed. That's why it's all new here. And then that road we went, it happened along there, and then at the shop that we're at. There's only 2 shops in the whole town. We're at one of them, the general store. Yeah, look. So we're here. That's where we're walking around all up there. It happened right here, Memorial Garden. Right where we're standing. So literally just there. Behind that brick wall. And the car park would have been here. But see, it's all rebuilt. Look, we'll probably be able to see it from here. It's literally underneath this brick wall. Oh yeah, look. There it is there. There. That's the old cafe. That's so putrid, eh? That's so putrid, lad. I just found the location, the house. After that dog committed this murders, he escaped and he done an overnight siege at a house, and this is where he got arrested, in a siege at a house that's just north of here, on our way back to Hobart, in a small seaside cottage just north of Port Arthur. I've got the exact house. I want to see this house on the way out of here. Look how many trucks have rocked up. It's exactly 10 minutes away. That's crazy, see? He continued it up this street and into the local shop up in that town of Port Arthur. That's where we slept. Yeah, that's leaving Port Arthur. That's it. These are the only two shops. This hot food shop, and then across the road at the local shop we went to. That's crazy, see, bruh? We didn't even know, lad. And look at this, just as we're leaving the town, I just read this, because there's a significant place where he went after all of this happened. So just 5 minutes 5 minutes along the drive, exiting back the way we came last night, is a cottage called Seascape. So the official court account is that there was an old couple that owned and lived at Seascape, which is a cottage 5 minutes up this road. They operated a successful bed and breakfast. They were grandparents, and it was the old lad's birthday. The murderer, Martin Bryant's father, Morris, had previously wanted to buy Seascape. Before he was ready to complete the purchase, they bought it instead of his father. The prosecution said there's no evidence that the Martins had cheated or gazumped Bryant's father, the murderer's father. Nevertheless, Martin Bryant developed a long-standing resentment toward them and apparently blamed them for his father's disappointment and later decline. Martin Bryant knew who they were through local area and the property history. And on that morning, 11:15 to 11:20 a.m., that's like how it started. That his dad wanted to buy this Seascape property bed and breakfast, but this old couple bought it instead. So on that morning, he went to Seascape first, murdered its owners, the old couple, David and Sally, against who he held a property-related grudge. He then carried out the Port Arthur attack down the street where we just came from, abducted Glenn Pease, and returned to the Seascape, where the overnight siege ended and the building being burnt down and Martin Bryant being arrested. Well, that's just up here. So that was his first mission. He came here from wherever he came from, probably Hobart, came to this old couple 5 minutes away from the Port Arthur site, killed them over the property with his dad, the disagreement, whatever it was in his head, killed them, went down, started killing everyone, killed people along the road, killed more people at the shop that we ate at this morning, and then kidnapped someone and brought him back here to the property, the original property, done an overnight siege here, and then burnt it down and then got arrested. It's just here. That's the entrance here to it. Seascape. So it says there's 3 properties in. Obviously, it's a private property. It says don't enter because the granddaughter of the murdered couple, she still lives down here in one of the properties. There were 3 properties, and the one that he done a siege in was burnt down. It no longer exists. But yeah, the granddaughter of the murdered couple, she still lives down here. So this is where he came after her. That's crazy, bro. It's pretty blocked out. You can't see anything. Which I can imagine that she'd want it like that. Anyway, that's the full story of Port Arthur. Port Arthur massacre. Putrid, eh? Far out. Rest in peace to everyone, bro. How many people died? Rest in peace. Pretty much one of the most putrid things in recent Australian history, you know what I mean? Alright, and that's where I'll leave yous. I've got a 1 hour drive back to Hobart. Drop the camper back. They'll be like, did you drive on dirt roads? I'll be like, nah, man. The roads around Hobart were really muddy, bruh. Oh no, I'll just blame it on Mount Wellington. I got an hour drive back to Hobart. Drop the camper off. My flight's in like 3 hours. I'll get a feed or something like that. Yeah. Well, that's Cockle Creek. That's the bro. What about the photos we got? Tell me we didn't full just capture the Southern Lights. What are those photos, brother? I sent them to my missus and she was like, she's debating whether they were even real. She's like, far out, bro. They all crazy. That's what we came for. That's what we came for. Port Arthur was just a bonus.
Beautiful part of the world, eh? What a beautiful part of the world. All right. Catch you later.